अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू।
सर मैं फरहान अर्ज कर रहा हूँ सऊदी
जी
अरेबिया
जी
से।
जी जी वेलकम जनाब।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाह।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू।
खैरियत से वो बकर साहब?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैं ठीक ठाक। आप खैरियत से हैं?
जी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, खुश रखे अल्लाह ताला।
आमीन आमीन।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, अबू बकर साहब से अब्दुल्ला बात कर रहा हूँ।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू। वेलकम जनाब।
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Shoaib Bukhari here.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू। वेलकम जनाब। आप
अस्सलाम वालेकुम अबू बकर साहब, क्या हाल है?
वालेकुम
खैरियत है? और बात
अस्सलाम
कर रहा हूँ।
रहमतुल्लाहि। जी जी मैं वेलकम जनाब, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैं ठीक हूँ। प्लीज सब लोग अपना माइक म्यूट पे रखें so that there is no disturbance. Whenever you need to ask any question, then you can unmute, you can ask your question, then mute again, inshallah. So let's start. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome all of you in this PMP introductory session. I hope all of you can see my screen. Right? Can someone confirm that you can see my slides?
Yes, clear.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. Thank you very much. So as you know, my full course is starting from 16th of February, inshallah. Today, I'm just giving you introduction about PMP. And this is going to be the full course, inshallah, 9 days. And the schedule is already there. My introduction, many of you know me already, but some people, they are not sure if I am real or scam or what. So for them, my introduction, my name is Abu Bakar Hassan. I have done bachelor's in computer science, master's in information technology. I am PMP certified, RMP certified, and ACP certified. These three certifications are from PMI. Full form of PMP is Project Management Professional, RMP is Risk Management Professional, and ACP is Agile Certified Practitioner. Then there are two certifications related to software development, programming, MCTS and MCPD. Then two certifications related to quality field, which are Lean Six Sigma, Green Belt, and Black Belt. I have more than 22 years of working experience, and most of the experience is related to project management. And I have already conducted more than 200 PMP workshops, and mostly in KSA, as many of you know already, and some people still think that I am in KSA. But after COVID in March 2020, I stopped conducting trainings in hotels or physical trainings. I shifted my operations fully 100% on Zoom. So now I have shifted back to Pakistan, but I'm still conducting trainings in Saudi Arabia mostly, but through Zoom. With more than 12,000 engineers and managers just like you, my contact information, Saudi number and Pakistan number, both are given here. Both are my personal numbers. And one request, I do not attend calls because mostly I'm busy somewhere. And but text messages, audio messages, these are fine for me. I can reply easily whenever I get a chance, but I do not attend calls. Some of my sessions I conducted on Zoom and physical also. This is Nokia, Saudi Arabia, so I conduct trainings for the companies also. So just in case if you want to conduct my training for your company, I'm available for that as well, corporate trainings. This is also Nokia. This is one of my Zoom session I conducted. This is also on Zoom. This was my campus in Riyadh, Exit 11. So we were conducting trainings there also. That was my open course, public course. This is National Petroleum Yambo. This is KFCA, King Fahd Causeway Authority, Khubar and Bahrain Bridge. On that bridge, we conducted that. On the border, there is an office of KFC. This is King Fahd University of Petroleum and Mineral Sciences. And this is STC Riyadh, their head office. This is my open course in Khobar. So now I will come to the point for which we are here in this session. First slide, very simple, about the prerequisites of PMP. How you can become PMP. So very easy, very important, basic slide. And whoever has any question, please unmute yourself, ask your question. But when I say, okay, if I'm speaking something, please do not interrupt in between. But once I explain something, I will ask you that if you have any question, please ask. At that point, you can ask. Okay, so first slide, you can become PMP if you qualify for number one, experience-wise, which is a very common question people ask me, am I eligible or not? Or do I qualify or not? So that is the number one prerequisite. Number two prerequisite, training. So these are two prerequisites, regardless you are Newton or Einstein, training is must. Right? So some people say, I have 20 years of experience. Do I still need training? Yes, you still need training. You still need a course on project management. Right? So if you have at least 3 years of working experience, 3 years of projects related experience. Remember, I will explain it again and again, not related to operations. Projects related 36 months is mandatory requirement in your application. If you have 4 years degree, in case you do not have 4 years degree, someone asked me, I'm BTech, so can I apply for the exam? Yes, you can apply for the exam. But in that case, if your degree is not of 4 years, your degree is of 2 years or 3 years, in that case, you come under diploma category and you need to have minimum 5 years of projects related experience, or in months, it is 60 months. So I explained point number one about the experience requirement. Now, feel free to ask me any question in your mind, one by one, unmute. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. I will try to answer.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome. Assalam.
Uh,
Yes, please.
Bakar, I am having 20 years of experience in information technology. I'm BTech and MBA information system.
Right.
But you said the project management experience is mandatory.
Projects related experience. Your title is not necessarily has to be a project manager.
Okay.
Right.
So like
So even if
implementation
you are,
ERP.
if you participated in implementation of ERP, it will be considered as the required experience. So remember, when we say project management experience, it does not mean your title was a project manager.
Okay, got it.
Let me explain it a little further for others also. The way PMP or PMI, they define project management. They say whenever you are doing project management, let me go to a blank screen to explain this point. Please mute your mics. Project management, the way PMI, what is PMI? Project Management Institute, which is the governing body of this certification, right? PMI defines project management that whenever you are managing a project, you have to initiate that project. You have to plan that project. You have to execute that project. You have to monitor and control that project, and you have to close that project. So although these 5 things, initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling and closing, all 5 can come under the umbrella of project management. So when they say you must have 5 years, 3 years of project management experience, so people wrongly think that maybe our title has to be a project manager. No, it is not required. If it is like that, fine, that is good. But that does not mean if your title was not project manager, but still you have participated in implementation projects as a planner, as a quality controller, as a document controller, as anything, still it comes under one of these 5 things. So some people, they were having problem in application filling also. So it only depends how nicely you present your experience. Your application will be accepted. Sometimes people are actually project managers for 20, 30, 15 years, but they write bad application and their application is rejected. So I hope it answers your question. Anyone else, please? Any other question in anyone mind?
Yeah, Abu Bakar, this is Vakas. My question is regarding 35 PTUs. Is there any expiry date, or once you're done in your career, or
Okay,
whenever it's
just
valid?
one point here. As I have not come to that point, so just hold your question. When I explain that point, then ask your question, right? So keep your questions please to the context only, right? So when I come to that point, then you can ask your question. First, any question related to experience requirement I have explained.
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
I'm
assalam.
in Saudi Arabia in construction field, like plant construction, Aramco, and I'm almost 5 years experience as a supervisor construction, and I have 4-year bachelor degree. So
Right.
like you are, we don't need to be PM to apply for this PMP, right?
Right.
So there will be smooth way for our application also, inshallah.
Inshallah.
This is our understanding right now, sir.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sir.
Abu Bakar Sahib, it's Saifullah here.
Yes, please.
I'm working in Saudi Arabia in multiple projects since 2007. So I'm pretty sure that I'm qualified this criteria.
Yeah.
Just
Why
need to ask.
why you are doubtful? No problem.
Yeah, I'm just asking. You will provide us some guidance for filling the application form? Also?
Definitely, yes. Inshallah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Mr. Abu Bakar, I have designing experience, mostly of my career, 16 years of designing experience related to the projects only. But will that come into this part?
See, as I mentioned, it all depends how nicely you write your experience.
Okay.
Right? As I mentioned that some people, they actually are project managers, but they write their experience in a bad way that their application is rejected. And some people, they do not actually have that experience of project management, but they write that in such a nice way that their application is accepted. So that is all how nicely you present or how you fit your experience in the structure they are looking for. So as I mentioned before, I will give you some guidance, inshallah. If you write in that way, your application will be accepted, inshallah.
Okay.
Any other question from anyone?
Sir Abu Bakar Sahab, I'm Farhan from Saudi Arabia. Actually, you said that during our post-graduation, we need minimum 3-year experience. So during the study, experience does not matter if anybody have training or anything.
No. If you consider that, then you will fall under diploma category. Then you need to complete 5 years, not 3 years.
So post-graduation, minimum 3-year experience as a civil engineer.
As any engineer, as anything.
Clear, sir.
Right? So in case you are, let's say you are having some experience before your graduation. Let's say you are having 4 years of experience before your studies and 1 year experience after your study. Right? Then you will need 5 years total. Then yes, you qualify.
Yeah, if in that condition, if we have on the back diploma, 3 year.
If you have nothing, that means it automatically comes under diploma. Even if you are inter, matric, graduate, whatever you are, it comes under
Clear,
diploma
sir.
category.
Clear, sir.
Anyone else, please?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sir, with the application, they need any experience certificate or only we will apply in
Just give me few minutes. I will come to that point in on next slide, inshallah. Right?
Okay, bro. Okay, thank you.
Right. Any last question before I proceed to the next point?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
You mentioned that we fall under the diploma category if the bachelor's is not there. How different is it from PMP and Yani, will we be considered as something else and not PMP if it comes under diploma category?
No, it is same.
Thank you.
Right. If you pass PMP exam, everyone is getting same certificate, same title. No
Clear.
difference.
Thank you. All right, great.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Yes, sir. I am working in an education institute. So, what should be the experience from my side, yani the field?
I have many students like professors also, PhDs also, doctors also, lecturers also. So if you are teaching something, it is not considered as a project. But if you are introducing a new course, that can be presented as a project. If you change something in the marking, in the exam, new system, any change in the system, that is considered as a project. So if you designed or launched a new course, that can be considered as a project. But if you say I'm teaching the same course for last 15, 20 years, it is not considered as a project, it is considered as operation. In that case, your application will be rejected.
Actually, sir, I'm just in the management part to handle from the recruitment process and also handling this one. The employees from recruitment, then they will also provide them the training in the institute. Then after that, they will go for the teaching process. And also, I'm also teaching, but I'm handling from recruitment till till teaching process.
Once again, if you are only doing recruitment, it is operations. If you are doing anything repeatedly, it is considered as operations. If you brought any improvement in the recruitment process, that can be considered as a project. Got it?
Fine, fine. So in that case, like my whole process will be considered as an operation. So
yes. If you say I am doing this for last 15 years repeatedly, it will be rejected for PMP application. But if you say I implemented some system, it was manual system, we introduced a portal, we checked that, we implemented that, controlled that. So if you brought some changes in that process, in that operation, then it can be considered as a project.
Yes, we did it, but that was under my management. We had a team for that, so software development team. We introduced a new project in the system, the examination system. So is that will be considered as experience?
Yes.
Okay, I'm eligible for this PMP.
Yeah, already answered that. Yeah.
Okay, fine. If, for example, if this will not be considered as my experience, still I'm eligible or not?
I already explained in detail. Now you are, if you need more details, you can discuss with me at the end of the lecture, right?
Fine, thank you. Thank you.
Right. Okay, now second requirement is the training requirement, right? So training requirement, now many people ask me this question, are you authorized trainer of PMI? Are you this, are you that? So no, I'm not authorized trainer of PMP, but that does not mean if I give you a training certificate, it will not be accepted. Yes, it will 100% with guarantee it will be accepted by PMI. It is not that I am having some jugaad or something like that. No, it is in the policy of PMI. So PMI, they have different sources of getting this training. One of the 6 sources is ATP, 6 or 7. One. You have many other sources also. One source is in which I come, that is training institutes. If your own company conducted an in-house course, that is also accepted. If in your graduation, master's, there was a course on project management, that is also acceptable. So just be clear about that. If I give you a certificate that is acceptable to fulfill this requirement of the training, and someone asked a question that is there any expiry of that? There is no expiry of that. Even after 5 years, 10 years, you can apply for the exam. This is as per the current policy of PMI. If tomorrow they change it, I cannot say anything about that. But as per the current policy, which is, I see that policy for last 15, 20 years almost. So as per their current policy, there is no expiry of the PMI for the training certificate. But many of my students, they attend my training, and after 2 years, 3 years, they forget everything. They did not give the exam, so they come again to refresh that. But for a refresher, yes, this is fine. But for the sake of applying for the exam, even your 10 years old certificate is still valid. Any question or confusion or concern on this particular point, please?
So, sir, which category you will fall for this training?
Training company and consultants.
And it's acceptable by the PMI.
100%. I think Alhamdulillah. I think every week one of my student is passing exam. Alhamdulillah.
Mashallah. We will be one of them.
Inshallah, very soon, inshallah.
Bakar sir, one thing, this training certificate, it will be issued with the name or national, yani what would be the
only name?
Only name, or like we are in Saudi Arabia, so it will be linked with our Iqama number, or
No,
just
nothing. Only name is enough.
So how they can differentiate, for example, if there are two guys with the same name?
Doesn't matter, yaar. They do not go. See, if you are submitting your application with your name and you have that certificate, that is fine. Just imagine you are going in some domestic flight, right?
Yes.
And you have a ticket and you have Iqama. What is your name? Saifullah?
Yes, Saifullah.
Okay. Saifullah, on your Iqama is written as Saifullah. And on your ticket it's written as Saifullah. Has anyone asked you a question? Are you same Saifullah or some other Saifullah?
Nobody asked, but normally it is like the connecting document is having.
That is fine. The same is there. Who will doubt that you have stolen PMP certificate, PMA training certificate of some other Saifullah?
This is just a doubt in the mind.
No problem. No problem at all in that. Any other question, please?
Sir, same question. आप जो सर्टिफिकेट देंगे वो PMI को कैसे वेरीफाई कर पाएगी कि हमने मतलब आपसे ये ट्रेनिंग ली है? वो उनके पास record का हिस्सा रहेगा या that if you have some sample of that certificate, some kind of?
I will share. Just send me a WhatsApp message. I will share the sample of the certificate. On the certificate, only your name, institute name, name of the course, dates of the course, and signed by me is there and stamp. Right?
Okay. And
if they ask you, because someone can write it fake also, no?
Exactly. But I think
so if they यार पूछ लिया तो सुन ले मेरी बात पूरी. So if they ask you, you will have to upload the soft copy of your certificate, right? If they ask you, right? And they ask, and that is connected with the same answer that someone asked me that do we need to provide any document? Yes. 10% of the applicants can come in the audit process. If they come in the audit process, I will further explain that on the next slide. In that case, you will have to show number 1, your educational certificate copies, number 2, your experience letters copies, number 3, your training certificate copy. You will have to upload. Any other question?
Yes, sir. Just a quick question. What are the minimum required PDUs? Is it 35 PDUs?
35.
Okay. Just a side question related to PDUs. I have been doing free courses on the site that give me 4 PDUs, 5 PDUs, things like that. How can I add this to my profile? Or is that a question for later?
As I told you, you have to, if you are getting certificates of that, you can upload that.
Okay, fine, great.
But as I told you, legal requirement wise, yes, it fulfills that.
Yes.
But on the basis of that, will you get enough understanding to prepare for the exam or not? That is still
Yes, absolutely. That's
question.
questionable. Yes. Yes.
Right. So
Right.
I hope it answers your question. Any other questions?
Yes.
Okay, I hope no more question on these 2 points. Now, third thing is appearing for the exam. It's 230 minutes exam, 180 questions, objective questions, no subjective question, no subjective question at all. All objective questions, mostly multiple choice questions, some fill in the blanks, some drag and drop also. So this is number 3 requirement. Number 1 and number 2 are for the exam application. After your exam is application is approved, then you, very important point, you will choose the date of the exam. They will not impose, they will not give you choices that, okay, either this month or after 6 months. No. Almost just like airline booking, every day exams are available. You just need to book that. You can give your exam from your home also. You can go to the exam centers also. Any question or confusion, please?
The exam will be given within 1 year. Am I right? After the acceptance of the request.
Yes, you are right.
And now, because of during COVID, it was online test was launched by PMI. Still, it is available, or
it is available, but it is not recommended.
It is not recommended.
Because many people are facing problems because they internet connections, invigilator problems, their exam gets cancelled, many problems. So I suggest you give the exam in the test center. It is very nice experience as compared to you are giving exam from home. It is more difficult. Not the questions will be different. No, questions will be same. But there are many problems, so I suggest you do not give exam from home. Unless and until you are living in a very far city and you cannot travel to any big city just to give the exam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
So I just want to know what is the procedure if I am staying in Jubail. So where is the exam center? And
You have exam center in Dammam also. You have exam center in Bahrain also. So you can just go to any place and give the exam and enjoy, inshallah.
And we can collect the certificate from there only, or you will provide us
Certificate
online?
will be, once again, there are 2 certificates we are talking about right now. My certificate, you will get immediately on the next day of the training. This. So here we finish the training, inshallah, 4th March. So 5th March, inshallah, you will get your certificate soft copy on WhatsApp. That's enough. Number 1. Number 2 is your exam certificate. So whenever you pass your exam, inshallah, within 1 week, you will receive your certificate soft copy of the exam.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Okay.
And hard copy may take up to 3 to 4 months. So you will get eventually hard copy also.
So through post, Yani, you
Through
will
post.
send to post? Through post. Okay.
Through post. Not me. PMI, USA.
PMI. Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Welcome. Any other question or doubt, please?
Sir, exam center only in Dammam for Saudi Arabia?
No, Dammam also, Riyadh also, Jeddah also. There are maybe 20 centers in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
So you will get this information when you fill your application. Your application is approved. Now you are scheduling your exam after making the fee payment. So whenever you are scheduling your exam, it will ask your current location. Then it will show you what are the nearest available centers in your city or near your cities.
Abu Bakar, sir, I have one question.
Yes, please.
Regarding the filling of application during your subsequent sessions, will you let us go through that procedure on by sharing the screen?
Yeah, I will
Filling
guide
up
you,
the
but
form.
not during the sessions. I have separate video on that, and I have sample application. I will share. That will be enough. On the same basis, you can follow the same. Right?
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Yes, please. Any other question, please?
So, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Regarding this
assalam.
regarding payment, how we can pay from Saudi Arabia?
Credit card.
Credit card.
Yeah.
Yani it will be available in Pakistan from here. We can
Everywhere
use
in the
credit.
world, it is available through credit card.
Okay.
But now bank payments are also available, but it will take more time. So credit cards are easiest. Credit or debit card, both.
Okay.
And sir, the payment will be after the application acceptance or before application?
After application acceptance.
Okay. One question. I'm in Yambo, so the center for me would be Medina or Jeddah. Where is it?
There is a center in Medina also, there is a center in Jeddah also, but I think Jeddah center will be more comfortable. Or check in Yambo also, in Yambo Technical Institute, YTI. Maybe there is a center there also, I'm not sure.
Okay, and also as one of the colleagues mentioned, the payment, it will be after the acceptance of the application.
After the acceptance of the application, yes.
Thank
you. Welcome.
One last question, sir. So before filling the application, you need to have account on PMI Institute, or you can directly fill the application.
No. You need to make a login. It will ask your email ID, basic information, and that will be for your PMI life. So even after 5 years, you will log in the same account and you will update your profile.
Okay. Fine.
From the same account, you will give more certifications also, like risk management, scheduling professional, agile, PGMP, program management, portfolio management. So all the certifications of PMI, you will go through the same login ID password.
Once you get the PMI certificate, it's valid for how many years, and when you need to
3 years. 3 years, but I have a slide on that. I will further explain that in just few minutes, inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. So as I told you that in first round, when you are filling your application, at that stage, you do not need to upload, attach any documents, but anytime PMI can ask for the audit, right? So they say we are asking only for 10%, but sometimes it looks more than that, sometimes it looks less than that. So 10% of the applications, they come in the audit randomly. If your application is not in the audit, same day you if your application is not in the audit, then you can directly book your exam after the fee payment. But if your application is in the audit, then you have to follow these steps. You have to share the educational certificates that you claim you are masters, you are MBA, you are a bachelor's. Show us your transcript or degree. Your experience letters for selected 3 or 5 years. Remember, even if you have 25 years of experience, but in your application, one point I missed to explain, it has to be in the last 8 years. So just imagine that someone is having let's say 15 years of experience. This is 2023 right now. So that means he started working in 2008. So if you are filling your application, in your application, you can consider, let's say you are filling your application in March 2023. So which job experience you can qualify for? Only March 2015 up till March 2023. You must present only experience within the last 8 years. Whenever in future you are filling your application, you have to just consider latest 8 years. If you enter any experience of 2008, 2010, it will not be accepted. Is this point clear to all of you?
Yes, it is clear. But one thing, now I'm working in a project department in the company, and I am executing a project as we have an EPC contractor, which we are supervising them as a project manager. So how we can produce a certificate like this? Because who will give us this certificate?
Your company, whoever is paying you salary, they will give you the certificate. That's it.
But if they have any refusal, then what would be the case?
Request again and again till they give you the certificate. How I can answer this question?
Okay,
Right?
because in previous company I was working in a PPC company where we work for the clients, so we can request them and they provide a certificate as a copy. But now, like we are having the EPC contractors, so
See, whoever is your company, that is a basic operation of HR department. They have to give you the certificate. You can sue them if they are not giving you a certificate, job experience letter.
job experience.
Right? So,
Okay, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Islam rahmatullah. Yes, please.
Sir, unfortunately, I have been working in Saudi Arabia from 7 years.
You
Okay.
should not say unfortunately. You should say Alhamdulillah.
Bro,
Fortunately, I have worked in Saudi Arabia for 7 years.
I am unfortunately for my certificates. Actually, I have changed 3 companies. Out of them, I have received certificates from only one company. 2 companies have been closed. So I
Okay.
could not find their certificates from.
See, this is simple. If you have certificate of a company, only mention that experience only.
Sorry, I could not
Or
get your point, sir.
mention that experience only for which you are 100% sure you have certificate or you will be able to get that certificate. If you do not have a certificate of a company, do not mention that experience. Simple.
Yani, I can just write the exam. Yani, I can just apply for the exam without certificates. If does it come in audits only, na, then you will ask, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can just apply for the examination without certificates also.
Yes, but if it comes in the audit, then you will need to have certificates.
Yeah. Okay. If it's come under audit, I need certificates,
Okay.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So this point, last 8 years, I was explaining that point. Is that this point clear to all of you? Okay. So experience letters of those 3 years or 5 years which you have mentioned. So that's why I said mention only that experience which you know you can arrange the certificates if required. Email contacts of your supervisors on the projects you have mentioned in your application. Means your colleagues in that company, even if they have left that company, no problem. So this is number 1, educational certificate, number 2, experience letters, number 3, contact information, number 4, training certificate copy. These are the 4 things which you need to provide if your application comes in the audit process, and they give you 90 days to arrange all this. Within 90 days, if you arrange, so 90 days are more than enough. Even if you are in other country, still you can contact anyone remotely to give you the certificate, to give the signatures, anything. Any question or confusion, please?
How can we comes under this audit? Yani, they will be a first 10 like this applications, or is there anything else? Who comes under audit?
Random.
Random. How many applications?
10%.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good.
Any other question from anyone, please, on this slide?
This
Sir,
email
date
should
of
be
graduation on the
email.
transcript will be
One by
considered.
one, please. Yes, please.
Date of graduation as per transcript or as per final degree? Transcript
See,
and final degree.
whichever document you are sharing, that date has to be considered.
Clear, sir. Thank you.
Right. Yes, please. Someone else was asking question.
Sir, these email of supervisor can be managers or anybody like above senior.
Whoever you were reporting to.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So once again, you have to make a choice. Mention only those people you are having good relationship with.
Got it, sir.
Okay. Any other question on this slide before I go to the next slide?
Yes, Mr. Abu Bakar.
Yes.
We have 90 days for completing this document. Okay.
Yeah.
But what if we provided documents within 5 days? So it will be like the reply will be soon, or it will take time?
Yeah. Whenever you will submit your documents, they will take 1 week.
Okay.
So if you submit in 1 week, after 2 weeks, you will get your yes or no. They will not wait for 90 days. Right.
Yani sir, you will provide us one date as starting date so that we will come under this 10%. Yani, what is the starting date? How we will
There is
know
no
that
starting
will,
date. There is no starting date.
So how can we know that we are
You
coming
cannot.
under
No.
this? No, we cannot know.
You will get to know if you receive an email from PMI that we have selected you for the audit. That's it.
Okay, just we have to apply and we will know later on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Mr. Abu Bakr, after the 90 days, so I will reapply and maybe I can skip the audit, or
Not from the same account.
All right.
If you come in the audit, then you cannot apply again without audit.
Mr. Abu Bakr,
Yes,
this is Abdul Rashid.
Yes, please.
Okay, if you fill up a form and you come under audit, okay, and you are unable to provide the certificate, what action can PMI take against you?
They will just close your case, and whenever you need again, you have to apply again, and next time it will 100% come in the audit. Unless and until you make a new account.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Understand.
Any other question, please?
You mentioned account. It means we have to have a login on the PMI in that
Yes,
account.
I already explained that point. Yeah, you will make an account.
Is it free or it has to?
Free. That is making the account is free. Only the certification exam is paid, and membership is paid. Making an account is free. You can make it just now. You can make it tonight. You can make it tomorrow. No problem. No payment is required for that. Okay.
What does mean registration?
Sorry, I could not understand your question.
Yes, what does mean registration?
Which registration?
In the PMI.
Just making an account. Just making your login ID and password. There is no requirement of that. Right?
Yes, but also you said there is a fee for registration.
Membership fee.
Yes, membership. Sorry, membership.
I will come to that point. There is a slide for that. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question related to membership.
Membership अभी मैंने बोली नहीं आने दे यार इसको पहले slide आने फिर पूछ लेंगे ठीक है?
No, sure.
Okay, some more information about the exam. So it's a computer-based exam. You can give the exam at any test center or online from home. 180 questions. Total time is 230 minutes. So you have on average 76 seconds to answer each question. But it's your choice how much time you want to spend on each question. There is no negative marking. Out of 180 questions, 5 questions are considered as pre-test questions. So these are having 0 weightage. So regardless of your answer, it was right or wrong, it will not be considered in your final score. Passing marks are approximately 60 to 75%. There is no one who can claim I know the passing marks because PMI says we have no declared passing criteria. Even on your result, you do not get your numbers that how many questions you answered right or wrong. You just get qualitative. This term we will discuss again in risk management also, qualitative assessment. So PMI does qualitative assessment, or whatever assessment they do, maybe at the back end they do quantitative, but they show the result only in qualitative form. Means overall pass or fail, this is your result. And in 3 areas, I will show you on the next slide, blank slide. They have 3 areas: people, process, and business. 50% of the questions are from this domain. 42% of the questions are from people domain. 8% of the questions are from business domain. This is a declared percentage grouping from PMI. And in your result, they show you in these 3 domains, you were on above target or on target or below target. This is your result. Overall result, and on these 3 domains, above target, on target, or below target. Any question or confusion on that, please?
Sir, can you please repeat these 3 domains: people, business, and third one what?
Can you see the slide that I have in front of you?
I did not see.
Please open that. Maybe you will miss so much information that I'm showing on the slides.
Sir, I'm just on my mobile. I just see to you only, nothing laptop screen.
No, there must be some option to see the slides also.
Abu Bakar sir, regarding the previous slide of 5%,
Anyway, a third thing is business. People, process, and business. Now try to see the slides also. Yes, please. कौन पूछ रहे थे कुछ?
Sir, he should
One by one. Yes, Saifullah, please.
Yeah. So first of all, अभी भी यही criteria is applicable है, ये 42%, 50% and 8%, or there is a change?
अभी तो change हुआ है ये 2021 में, January 21 में change हुआ है.
Okay. और दूसरा मेरा क्वेश्चन सिर्फ ये था कि जो 5% प्री टेस्ट की आपने बात की, तो वो how we can identify from a question of 180 which are the
You cannot. आप आइडेंटिफाई कर ही नहीं सकते. यही तो वो चाहते हैं कि कर ही ना सके ना. अगर कर लेंगे तो आप छोड़ देंगे, उसको आंसर ही नहीं करेंगे. तो ये तो वो चाह ही नहीं सकते ना. So you cannot differentiate which questions are pre-test and which questions are not pre-test. So there is no way to determine that. Yes, please. Someone else was asking a question.
Can you please elaborate what is that pre-test question?
Pre-test questions are mixed within 180 questions. And these 5 questions are, you can think in this way, they are for future exams. They are trying, they are testing the quality of these new draft questions, right? So every time they keep on making new questions, or that is an indirect way of collecting information from the real projects market, right? So these 5 questions have 0 weightage regardless of your question, your answer. It was right, even that you will get 0 for that. If it was wrong, even that you will get 0 for that. So no positive impact, no negative impact of these 5 questions. But there is no way to differentiate first 5, last 5, no. So as you do not know, so you will have to respect all the 180 questions, including these 5 questions, and you will give your best answers of these 5 questions also. I hope this gives you enough information about pre-test question.
One more question, that the exam time is 230 minutes, right? It is a continuous sitting, or
no, there is a 10 minutes break included in that.
Will be there. One small request. Actually, I'm from Jeddah. Now Maghrib prayer is already done. Can you give us 5 minutes break to pray and can join?
Yeah, actually, Urdu समझते हैं? Urdu, Hindi? English, okay. So actually, Tajuddin, the thing is, every city has different prayer timings, right? So
Okay.
right now, if it's in Jeddah, after some time, it will be prayer time in Riyadh. So of course, I'm not saying do not offer prayer. I will definitely say leave this training, leave this session for 10 minutes, go and offer prayer, then come back. I will share the recording of this.
Okay, 5
Right?
minutes enough. Yeah,
Just
okay.
send me,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
you take 10 minutes, no problem. Just go
Yeah.
and come back. And later on, as right now, I don't know who is this. So just send me tomorrow a message. I will share the recording of today's lecture, inshallah.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you very
Welcome.
much.
You're welcome. Yes, please. Anyone else need to ask anything?
So, Bakar sir, the recording will be as per the request, or it will share with everybody.
यार एवरीबॉडी मुझे कहाँ से पता चलेगा किस किस को देनी है ना, तो जब तक आप मुझे मैसेज नहीं करेंगे, मेरे तो तकरीबन 10,000 कॉन्टैक्ट्स होंगे, मुझे क्या पता कौन कौन इस वक्त सेशन में है. ठीक है, तो just send me a message tomorrow that please share the recording of yesterday's session. I will send it to you, inshallah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Sir, one question regarding the result. Like you mentioned before, it's pass or fail.
Yeah.
But you mentioned that above target, down target, and below target. What will be the mentioned result on the PMP certificate?
Certificate, on the certificate, no result will be mentioned.
Okay, sir.
Certificate paper is given to only those people who have passed the exam.
Okay, sir.
So there is no information related to your quality, your performance in the exam.
Okay. So
Every person who passes the exam gets same certificate, only their identity and the date and the ID is different. That's it.
Got it, sir.
So can you elaborate this people, process, and business, or this is the next slide, or you have explained already? I just want to know this people 42%. What does it mean?
You can say, no, from I've not explained it yet, and also it is not going to come in detail in today's lecture, but just to quickly answer that, people means your stakeholders, your team, your sponsor, your customer. So all these come under people category.
Okay.
So how to deal with them? There are 42% questions on this topic.
Okay. Yani what we are receiving questions that will be based upon this people, process,
People
and
category.
business.
Exactly.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. And process is how to control the scope, how to define the scope, how to control the cost, how to measure the project performance. These are processes. And business is ROI, earned value. So these things come under business category. So this is the split given by PMS. So whatever course we will cover, it will come under these three domains, inshallah. Any other question or confusion, please?
Yes, sir. Quick question. We understand that this exam is not ideally easy and cheap as well. It's, I think, $2,000, $1,500. Anyway, if in case,
It's like
God forbid,
2,000 reals almost. It's
Yes.
$550.
Yes, you're right. So if in case, God forbid, we are unable to pass the exam, what happens to the fee? Do we have to submit a new fee, and or is that topic later on?
So exam first time it's 555, right?
Yeah.
I'm just quickly answering your question, then I will come back on that later.
Okay,
Second
fine,
attempt,
fine. I'll wait for this.
in case you fail in the first attempt, second attempt is 375, and third attempt is also 375. So 3 attempts are allowed with 1 application approval. In case you do not give even a single attempt, or you pass in 3 attempts, then after 1 year you can apply again 555.
Got it. Yeah.
This is the interface of the exam. This is how the exam looks like. There are 2 screens. Screen number 1 and screen number 2. You can say screen number 2 is the master screen, and screen number 1 is 180 questions, so 180 times this screen will come. So it will contain one question at a time. Your question, your options will be here. You have a calculator button. If it needs, you can use the calculator also. We will take a break in 30 minutes, inshallah. So there is a calculator also. There's a flag for review also. There's remaining time coming in the exam. So all the time you know that how much time is remaining. There's a next button, there's a previous button, and there's a review screen, which leads to screen number 2, master screen. Flag for review is in case you want to leave that question for now and later on you want to revisit, or you have answered but you're not confident about the answer, you want to revisit if time allows, so you can flag questions for later review. So at any given time, you can go to next or previous, even without answering a question. And the exam questions will remain editable even later on till you finish the exam. Any question about the first screen?
Once we flag for review, let's say we have flagged 20 questions for review. So once we finish all the question, do we have an option to select only the flag one to come to us, or how? If we select the previous one, it will take a lot of time.
On screen number 2, if you notice this button, review flagged. So that allows you to see only the flagged questions, or you can directly go to the flagged questions. For example, question number 14 here, that is flagged. So you can directly click on that. Or if you have left any question as incomplete, you can go to that also, even if it was not flagged.
And even in exam center, it will be on a system based like this.
Yes.
Because it's the screen. It will not be something on the physical paper. No.
Computer.
Clear.
Any other question or confusion from anyone, please?
This is a software by PMI, or how we can see?
This is from Pearson. Pearson Center.
So we need to, if somebody want to give the online, he has to download this application, or how he can?
If you are giving from home, then you have to do all this. They will give you enough guideline. But if you are giving from the exam center, they will have it ready for you.
Yeah.
So if you click on the review screen, you will come to this master screen, which shows you all the 200 questions here. You can directly go to any question. You can change the answer. You can unflag it. You can flag it again, whatever you like. And when you click on this button and review, then your exam will be finished. So sometimes if people finish exam before time, they can click on this end review button. Now your exam will be finished, or when your exam time is finished, automatically your exam will be finished. Any question or confusion so far?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
function
Sir, my
for
question
the
is,
calculator.
sorry.
One by one.
Can I
Okay.
speak?
Yeah, let me answer calculator. Function of calculator, what do you mean by that? Calculator is calculator, simple. If you feel that this question answer needs some calculation, you can open this calculator, do your calculations, and then select the answer. Is it clear?
Clear.
Yes, anyone? Yes, another person was asking a question.
Yes. So my question is, let's say during the exam, we flagged some questions and we didn't unflag that and we just submit the exam. Is there will be any impact on our results? Or
If
something?
your answers were right or still flagged, no problem. You will get full credit of that.
Okay, thank you very much. Sir, one other question. As you mentioned earlier, that it's preferable to go to the exam center rather than to online. So what are the reasons behind that?
Okay, just quickly, one example that recently one person, there are multiple cases. One example I'm saying, as you need to give the exam from home, so they need to ensure that you are not doing any cheating.
Oh,
So for
yes.
that, there is some person who will continuously watch you through camera and he will communicate with you. So that is a lot of tension and disturbance, number one. Now the mood of that person also matters, right? So one person, he recently told that I had a habit. Now, many people, they have this habit that whenever the question comes in front of them, they start speaking. They read it loudly. So he said, I did that. And my invigilator, he stopped me. He said, don't do this. Okay. Then after a few minutes, I again started without any voice, but my lips were moving. He canceled my exam.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said, avoid this. Exam center experience is wonderful, right? Anywhere, in any country, even I gave one exam of ACP last year from Lahore. People from Lahore, they know FC College. Wonderful environment. Beautiful environment, peaceful environment. Go and enjoy your exam and relax environment. So everywhere it's almost same. Okay, any other question, please?
So today this session is recorded because I have missed for when I go to the Salah. If
Yeah,
possible,
this is
can you share?
recorded. Just send me a message later on after the session or tomorrow because it will need some modification also, editing. I will upload it and I will share the link tomorrow, inshallah. So just send me a message tomorrow and the slides also. I will share the slides also.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you very
welcome.
much.
Any other question from anyone, please?
Like here, Mr. Abubakar, the use of the calculator, okay, it is mostly for to find out the critical path or like some activities. So is there any complementary course for Primavera 6 also included here?
I do that separately. Okay. Just last month, 19th, 20th, 21st January, I performed a 3 days course, hands-on experience Primavera. Alhamdulillah, it was a wonderful course with more than like 25 people. So next course, if minimum 10 persons are interested, I will conduct. Right. So if minimum 10 persons are interested in Primavera hands-on, I will conduct that most likely during Ramzan, inshallah. Otherwise, you can register for my recorded course of same Primavera that I conducted last month. Even that is gives you same knowledge. So you can just watch the recordings and you can perform the practice yourself and still have the same learning and the certificate.
Okay.
For live course, I need minimum 10 persons to register, inshallah.
For even PMP also, yeah?
PMP, we already have, alhamdulillah, like 22 already, and still almost 5 days to go. So inshallah, maybe 30 people, 40 people, I don't know how many people will be there in that.
When it's going to be start?
PMP?
Yeah.
16th Feb.
16th Feb, okay.
Yeah.
It will be online or offline, the
Online,
PMP
online. I am conducting only online now. Unless and until you have, until you have minimum 15 persons in Lahore to attend. For Zoom, I have minimum 10. For Saudi, it will be very expensive. You invite me, but it will cost you too much to bring me there for 10, 15 days or 10 days, whatever. So that will be costly, but I can manage if you have good group size and good package, inshallah, I can come.
So 16 February will be online.
That will be online, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. So just in case some of you have not seen that is a schedule, right? So that is a schedule. I will, you can send me a message. I will share again. So that will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it will be every week. It's 3 weeks. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, it will be 6 to 9 p.m. KSA time. Friday, 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and Saturday, 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So that will be 3 days every week for 3 weeks, total 9 days.
Sir, one question. It will be only in the sessions, or there will be some book or notes also to study?
I will give you the notes and books also to study.
Okay.
Okay, so as I told you, the exam fee is different for the members and for the non-members. That means membership is optional. If you like, you can take the membership. If you don't like, no problem. So for the non-members, I have already explained you the fee. First attempt, $555 plus VAT. Plus VAT. But here, one tip for the people who are who are from Pakistan. So अकेली ये टिप भी जो है ना मेरे कोर्स की फीस आप सेव कर देगी. If you give your Pakistani address, you will not have to pay the VAT. So 15% VAT on $555. So almost your fee of PMP will be saved in that, right? If you give second attempt, that will be $375. If you give third attempt, that will be again $375. But if you take membership, that case, the fee will be $405 for the first attempt, $275 for the second attempt, $275 for the third attempt. Once again, for the Pakistanis only, there is a good discount. I'm not sure it is going on these days or not, but up till 2 months ago, it was there. There was almost $150 discount on this also. And that was, I think, that was only for Pakistan. Reason was flood. Right? So I'm not sure that is still there or not, but if it is there, try to avail that chance and try to take the training as early as possible and submit your exam application as early as possible to get that benefit. So maybe another $150 saving here. Otherwise, fee is $405 plus membership. So if you add the membership fee, that is almost $140. So that will, this plus this will become equal to this. And second attempt, $275, third attempt, $275. Any question or confusion, please?
So regarding this one, just know what you have explained regarding $405 for first attempt like this. Okay, this is just for exam, right? For training, there is another expensive.
See, training is totally different fee for different trainers. Every trainer has different fee. That has nothing to do with PMI. This I am telling you PMI exam fee. For my training fee, I tell you again, although I mentioned some discounts, but those dates have passed already, but still I am kind enough to give those discounts. If you pay to me in Pakistani bank, it is 720 riyals. If you pay to me in Saudi bank, it is 900 riyals. This is my training fee after discounts. Simple. Because in Saudi Arabia, I have to pay the VAT also plus kafil charges also. If you directly pay to me in Pakistan, I will get saving, and that saving I directly give to you as discount.
Okay,
so that is different. Now another trainer might be giving in 500, another trainer might be giving in 2000 riyal. Some trainers are giving in 3000 riyals. That every person has different training fee. That has nothing to do with the PMP exam. PMP exam, now this training fee you have to give to me. This exam fee you do not have to give to me. Remember, as a friend, of course, we will have contact forever, inshallah. But as a teacher and student, after my training is finished, now our relationship is finished. Officially.
Okay, sir, got it.
Right?
Okay, sir.
Informally, yes, we will become friend, inshallah. But officially, our relationship is finished. Now you have to directly go to this website, www.pmi.org. And everywhere in the world, it is same link, same body. Not like ISO or other governing bodies, you have 10 different bodies. No, everywhere in the world, it has same body, same policy, same exam. Right? Any other question or conclusion? Yes,
yeah,
please.
one question regarding the training fee.
One by one. Yes, please.
regarding the training fee, you said if you transfer to your Pakistani bank account 720 riyals, right? And I'm in Saudi. Okay. Can I transfer money through my friend?
Yeah,
Pakistani
no
friend to
problem.
your account? Is it okay?
You can request any of your Pakistani friend to transfer on your behalf and just send me the transaction slip. That's it. No problem.
Perfect.
No problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sir,
Yes,
this fee of the PMP fees $5 US. We can pay from any account of, or it should be
Any
from
credit card, your friend's credit card, आपके ससुर का credit card आप बगैर पूछे डाल दिया आपने, जिस कौन सा मर्जी credit card डाल दें, ठीक है?
Okay.
बस बता दें उसको.
Question. As I am living in Saudi Arabia and I want to pay you the fee from my Pakistani account equal to 720 riyal. Is it okay?
Yeah, okay. No problem. Just go to Google, check that rate and do the transfer.
Okay, right, sir. Right.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Welcome.
PMI member, how we can become PMI member, sir?
There is no prerequisite of becoming a member. Only you have to pay some amount to become the member. That's it.
Okay, membership fee only. Okay. That is monthly or yearly?
Yearly, but
Yearly.
optional.
Optional.
In some other
Okay.
certifications, you have to continue the membership, but here it is purely optional. If you discontinue after 1 year, and here one more advice, it's not saving, now it is saving from the expenditure. There is a checkbox auto renewal.
Okay.
Uncheck that. Otherwise, after 12 months, it will be billed automatically, and you will say, oh, $140 gone. Right? So it's optional. After you pass your PMP, it's not must for you to continue your membership for every year. It's your choice.
Bakar sir,
Please.
what is your suggestion? We should get the membership and then apply for the pay the fee, or go directly with as a non-PMI member?
See, up till few years ago, there was a difference that it was mandatory to get the membership before applying for the exam in order to take the saving. But now it doesn't make any difference. You take the membership first, then apply for the exam and then pay for the exam fee, or you first, without taking membership, apply for the exam. After your approval, now it gives you option to pay membership fee plus exam fee or only the exam fee. So at that stage, if you select membership fee plus exam fee, it will automatically add the discount in the exam fee. So that is fine. That first, just without taking the membership, submit the application, and after your application is approved, then take the membership and the exam fee.
So exam, if the application approved, so the right option is to go with the membership.
Yeah. Reason? There is a discount on second attempt. In case, Allah na kare, fail ho gaye, there is a discount of $100 in that also. There is a discount on third attempt also. Or the positive side of that is within 1 year, if you do PMP, and it's very common that after doing your PMP, people go for RMP also or any other certification also. खास तौर पे IT के जो लोग हैं, so IT people, they go for ACP. So there will be a good discount like that even on that also within the same membership fee. So it will be an opportunity for you for 12 months. Within that, whatever certifications you do, you will get good membership discount on that. Plus, there are some other benefits also, that it is good for networking also. You make good contacts in that region. It gives you access to their libraries also. And you get access to PMI conducted salary surveys also, that who is earning how much in each country with PMP, without PMP, and within your desired number of years of experience. So let's say you can see 5 to 10 years of experience, document controller, planning engineer in Saudi Arabia, in Germany, in Australia, in Canada, how much is earning with PMP, without PMP. So there are some additional benefits of taking the membership for free. So effectively, it's free. Effectively, membership is free because same discount will be given in your exam fee. Any other quick question before I go to the next topic?
Sir, this is a receipt, exam receipt. Can you explain one more time, please, sir? This
So,
3-time attempt.
3 times. So let's say you submitted your application in March 2023, right?
Okay, sir.
After 3 months, you gave your exam. You gave your exam in June, and you failed. In July, August, September, whenever you like, within those 12 months, you can give the second attempt. So second attempt will cost you 275 if you have membership.
Okay, sir.
Third attempt will also cost you 275 if you have membership. Is this clear?
Okay, sir. And after third time, sir, like if there is
After third time, your application is closed. Even if your 1 year is not finished, still your application is closed. Now you can
After
only
that,
apply after 1 year. And again, you will have to take membership and the exam fees will start from 555 or 405.
and training session, sir.
You don't need to take it again.
Okay.
But
And same for the
if you fail 3 times, then in fact you should contact the trainer to pay back the training fee also.
Right, sir.
To be honest, more than 95% people, they pass in first attempt, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Right? Assuming you just listen to me and follow my suggestions, inshallah.
Good, sir. Good luck we are having.
Inshallah, 95% chances you will pass in first attempt, inshallah. In 3
Inshallah.
months. But keep in mind 3 months. Okay. Any other question, please? Fahim, have you got the answer of the timing? Yeah, sorry, Fahim, you just asked on the chat. Have you got the timing answer? Okay, yes, someone else was asking a question. Yes, please.
Sorry, this is not question. When, sir, interval, 30 minutes. You told.
Sorry?
30 minutes interval is there? You told me. Just a minute.
Yeah. I said after 30 minutes, we will take a break. So still 10 minutes to go. So after 10 minutes, inshallah, we'll take a break.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, right.
Just one question.
Yes, please.
Abu Bakar. Regarding the type of questions, are they all numerical questions or theoretical questions?
Just maybe after the break, I will show you some sample questions. So 3-4 sample questions I will show you. Quick answer, it's all story-based questions. Second quick point here, up till 2 years ago, there were so many calculations related questions, numerical questions were there, but feedback now is since last 2 years, there is no calculations related questions coming in the exam, right? But still calculator is there, but that does not mean it needs calculations. So recently in last 2 years, no calculations are coming in the exam.
Mr. Abu Bakar,
Yes,
regarding this, as you said, to consider your suggestions within after 3 months, but the session or training will close by 4th March. So how you advise about this?
Sorry, I did not understand your question.
Like before conversation, 1 minute before, you said you have to follow for in order to pass the exam, we have to take 3 months in consideration for your guidance.
Yeah.
So the exam will, this training session will close by 4th March.
Right.
Okay. And if we say 3 months, it means like March, April.
After the training, you have to study the book. Number 1. After the training, you have to practice exam questions. Number 2. These 2 steps may take up to 2 to 3 months. Is it clear?
So we will be in touch with you or?
Not required. But yes, you can keep in touch with me, but not required.
Sir, regarding the material, from where we will get the material for the study of the PMP?
I will share during the training sessions. I will share. Farhan, you asked me that is it possible to start next session in April? Not possible. So most likely, not sure. I am conducting like every 3 to 4 months one session. So if I'm conducting in February, so maybe my next session could be, not sure, in May or June, right? But sometimes I get busy in other trainings, other corporate lectures, or sometimes projects also. So I cannot say it will be like 3 to 4 months or maybe even more than that. Timing, I already told you, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, different timing. Thursday, it will be 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Friday, Saturday, 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. KSA time. Yes, please. Any other question from anyone? Okay. Now, one more slide, then we will maybe take a break maybe. So someone asked this question that how much is the validity of the certification? So remember, PMP is not for life. It is valid for 3 years. It is valid for 3 years. It can be renewed after every 3 years without exam. That is a good thing. But assuming, just like before giving the exam, you need 35 PDUs. 35 PDUs, 35 contact hours. This is the prerequisite to apply for the exam. After passing the exam, every 3 years, you need 60 training hours, 60 PDUs. So many people, what they do after doing PMP, they do my other courses. I give Primavera training, I give Microsoft project training, I give RMP training, I give ACP training. So these are my 5 trainings, which I'm giving, right? So they do trainings, other trainings also, or they attend training from anyone else also. It's not necessary you have to come to me only to get the PDUs. You can get from anyone else. So if you collect 60 PDUs every 3 years, it will be renewed without exam for another 3 years. But if you do not have 60 PDUs in 3 years, your certification will be suspended for the 4th year. And in the 4th year, you cannot call yourself as a PMP certified, and good HR departments, they know this point. So you cannot tell a lie to the HR departments when you're applying for other companies that I'm PMP certified, they can cross-verify that. So if you collect the missing PDUs in the 4th year, your certification will be renewed, reverted back to the normal state. But if even 4th year is gone, still you do not have 60 PDUs, now khalas. Now your PMP certification is cancelled. Whenever in the life again you need that, you can get it only by giving the exam again. Any question or confusion?
Sir, my question is that after the
one by one.
After the 6th year, you told that for the 4th year it will be suspended. After the I will get the maybe 60 PDU from you. Okay, so it will be renewed for another 3 years. So that means
3
the
years,
6th year.
3 years, 3 years. Every 3 years you need to repeat the same.
So sir, my query is that is another 6 year. So again, I will take another different 60 PDU or 35 PDU or something. What another 60 PDU required?
See, it is possible to keep attending the same trainings again and again and get the PDUs again. Possible. But getting it again is not going to give you any benefit knowledge-wise. I will get fees for that, no problem, alhamdulillah, inshallah. But it's better you go and take some other courses.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So in the first 3 years, maybe you can get these courses from me and fulfill your PDUs. And of course, that has like P6 is 20 PDUs, Microsoft project is 20 PDUs, RMP is 30 PDUs, ACP is 23 PDUs, PMP is 35 PDUs. Some people, they attend it again just for the sake of PDUs only. They are already PMP certified. Still they come in my courses of PMP again, just to get these 35 PDUs. So maybe one cycle is enough, within 2 cycles, you will have my courses, all courses attended. Go and attend some other courses. Or it's not necessary only by attending the training. After you become PMP, even if you deliver the training, still it will give you PDUs. So let's say after 3 years, you start giving training of PMP, you start giving training of Microsoft project, that will be a PDU for you also.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
But don't
So
become my
basically,
competitor.
For these PDUs,
Become my
No,
partner
no,
only.
exams
we cannot be. You are my teacher. How we can be competitive with you?
Mr. Abu
Exactly.
Bakar,
Yes, please.
for these 60 PDUs, the one you are saying there are option PMP, MSP, RMP, there are exam also in this, or just attend the training and you attend all 60?
For the continuity of PMP, only attending the course is enough. Right? But these are separate certifications. RMP is a separate certification. Let me open a blank slide to explain that point. Let's say you passed PMP in 2023 and in 2024 you attended my RMP training, which is 30 PDUs. Now 30 PDUs are going to be counted under the cycle of 60 PDUs renewal cycle. These 30 PDUs can be used as a prerequisite of giving the RMP exam. Means the same training can be double counted. One for the continuity of PMP, second for applying for the RMP exam. Is it clear? So for RMP, there is exam.
Yes.
For ACP,
And what
there
is
is
the
exam. For P6 and Microsoft project, it is only knowledge. Exam is there, but no one gives the exam. There is no trend of giving the exam of these two.
Sir,
So
once
these 60 PDU
PMP
courses, these
passed,
60 PDU courses, how much it will cost if I'm coming to you?
See, these are my standard fee packages for all. You can contact me. I will share that, right? But less than PMP, less than my PMP course. Yes, please. Someone else was asking.
Yeah, my
Sir,
question
one
is, Abu
PMP
Bakar, my
Yes.
question is regarding PDUs. How PMP acknowledges that these are valid PDUs, or
Once again,
depends?
wherever they feel any doubt, they can ask for the certificate, just like the audit.
So PDU means credit hours.
Yes. Some industries, some certifications, they call it as CPDs also.
So if you attend any training within your company and they give you any certificate, will that also be contribute to this one?
Yes. If that subject was related to any way related to project management. Could be Primavera, could be Six Sigma, could be quality, could be ISO, anything related to project management directly or indirectly.
sir, these we will be uploading manually for the PDUs update.
Yeah,
on
just like your
PMP.
application, you will type it. I will guide you how to do that. You will do it yourself directly in your login. And wherever they feel any doubt, they will request for the certificate. You will have to upload the certificate, just like the audit process.
Okay.
Sir, apart from attending these PDU courses, are there any other means to get these PDU?
Not before the exam. Before the exam, only way to attend these, get these 35 PDUs is attend the training. After passing the exam, 60 PDUs are required. In that 60 PDUs, one way is to attend the training. That is the easiest way. Second way is to contribute for the project management by delivering the training, or there are some other ways of that also. Working as a project manager title. So there are different ways to do that. But
Will these,
easiest is attending this training.
Will these 35 PDUs already got for PMP training? Will
No.
they be counted
No.
for the next training?
No,
For
no.
the next. Okay. Thank
You
you.
need 60 PDUs after passing the exam.
Okay. Right, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
So basically, sir, they are motivating for other things also.
They are motivating that don't stop the learning process. Keep learning more and more.
Yeah, it looks like so.
Right. And of course, indirectly, it is good for you. When you learn more, you earn more.
Yeah.
Right. It gives you more confidence. So that is a good thing for you, inshallah. Any other question before we take a 15 minutes break here?
Sir, once PMP is first attempt passed, then 3-year validity, then we have to need 60 PDUs for the renewal, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, after 3 year, nobody can go that. So this previous approval can check online cross check or not, or this will also khalas expire.
Which previous approval? Sorry, I could not
So
understand your
this
point.
first PMP certification is valid for 3 year, right? And it can cross check online.
Yeah.
So after 3 year, we not renew that. You said
This
that
it can be cross verified online. Otherwise, who
even
will
after 5 year, 6 year.
who will do to continue that otherwise? If that is that easy, that okay, I will not continue and I will tell a lie that I am still PMP certified. So who will give that? Who will do that? Right? So there are ways to cross verify. It's available online. I gave my exam in 2005. I was in the initial few people from Pakistan who did PMP, alhamdulillah, and I enjoy that benefit of that. So I am continuing my cycle every 3 years without giving the exam, right? But as I'm giving the training, so for me, I do not have to attend any training in order to continue my PMP, because I get thousands of PDUs just by delivering the trainings.
Can you
Yes,
spare
sir, you said right. My question was PMP certification done, passed, and after 3 year, we not complete PDUs, we did not complete any
I
training.
already
So
answered that. It is cross verifiable.
our X approval, yani.
See, current state. Forget about X approval.
Okay.
Your current state, you are a PMP or you are in suspension state or you are discontinued. All these things are verifiable.
Okay. Clear.
And good HR departments, they know it.
Okay, sir.
Right. Okay, let's take a
Thank you.
break here. 15 minutes break. After 15 minutes, inshallah, we will resume.
Thank you, boss. Thank you.
Right. Okay, let's start now. So before break, I was telling you that what are the exam requirements, format of the exam, fee of the exam, audit requirements. Now I'm going to show you some sample questions, that what type of questions they ask, right? So just to give you some idea or to warm you up for the course so that you start thinking in this way. So I have some sample questions for you and I want you to think about it and tell me the answer. For example, first question is, which of the following is not true, not true of obtaining project plan approval? So can you please read these 4 options and tell me what is the right answer? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of the first option? Until you obtain plan approval, you don't need to put changes to through change control. Can anyone explain me the meaning of that, please?
I think change control is part of project plan, right? So it is saying until you obtain plan approval, you don't need to put changes to it through change control. I think you have to include changes in the project plan, right?
Okay, this is one way to explain that. Anyone else? That what exactly is the meaning of first option? Can anyone tell me?
It is like to freeze the baseline, and after freezing the baseline of the schedule, if there is any changes are required, it has to be also put into that one.
Okay. So this part we understand that after freezing the plan, when we freeze the plan, that is called as baseline plan. After that, if there is any change, how it will come? Through change control.
Yes, through variation only.
What about before freezing the plan? If any change has to come before freezing the plan, before approval, before baseline, do we need to pass it through change control? Yes or no?
No.
This is the meaning of this option. That after approval, after freezing, you have to pass through change control. But before freezing, you do not need to pass it through change control. It's a draft plan. You get some idea, you make it. So yes, this is true. Second option, that is all just an extension of first point. That is also true. C, only one person needs to approve the project management plan, and that is the project manager. No, that is false.
No.
Question is asking about which one is not true. So C is a candidate answer. Fourth option, it is important for the entire team to buy into. Buy into means, what is the meaning of buy into?
To involve or to part of
Involve or
the
participate. Agreement, consensus. So if you impose a plan on the team, the chances will be less to be successful in the project. But if the team was participating in making the plan and they have the ownership, chances are higher that the project will be successful. So this is true. So A is true, B is true, C is false, D is false. So right answer is C. So this is one way to ask the questions in the exam. Second question, another very important concept, because I'm using the sample questions, I'm teaching you also. So in today's lecture, I'm not just telling you about the exam style or the format, I'm actually giving you the knowledge also, inshallah. That is going to help you, inshallah. So we have to construct a wall in 10 days. 1000 Riyal is the budget. At the end of 4 days, we have completed 20% and we have spent 300 Riyals. Assuming linear planning equally distributed across the time scale, what can we report about the project out of these 4? Can you tell me the answer, please?
More than 10 days and 1,000.
Now, this is
Yeah.
type of a question where
B.
you may need calculator also, but you can still answer the question without using the calculator also.
As per my understanding, it's B.
It's D.
Yes, same here, B.
It's
Oh,
B.
no, D. Behind schedule and overspending.
Yeah.
Because per day it is 100 real.
So 4 days have passed already.
So we have spent only 300. So it means we are saving the money actually.
We
Saving the money.
have completed 20%. We have spent 30% of the budget.
So option D.
Now, if we look at it, first option
D is
time
D.
wise, now time wise and cost wise. Time, it's very easy. 40% time passed, 20% completed, we are going bad. So we are going bad means we are not ahead of schedule. So first option is out, third option is out. Very easy. Either it is second option or fourth option. It is behind schedule. Now, if we compare that 30% we have spent in 40% of the time, it looks like a good option, good situation. But if we compare that 30% of the budget is spent on 20% of the work, it looks like a bad situation. So remember, both comparisons are there, but which one is the logical comparison? Second one. That we shall compare spending against accomplishment. So D is the right answer. Any question, confusion, please?
Yeah, it's correct.
Next question. You are a project manager of a railroad construction. So now you get an idea that in the exam, mostly questions are story-based questions. You are having this situation, what you will do. You are getting a change, what you will do. So mostly questions are situational. So you are a PM of a railroad construction project. Your sponsor has asked you for a forecast of the project. Forecast of the project. Can you tell me, anyone in this session, can you tell me what is meant by forecast? Or what is the difference between plan and forecast? Anyone, please.
Plan is actual and forecast is is assumption.
Plan is actual. This statement looks like confusing.
Plan means it's a budget, something we allocated, or forecast means it's based on some assumptions.
Abu Bakar, I will answer. Plan is basically when you put late at the start of the project. Forecast when you start the project and then you assume that based on your pace where you are going after a few weeks or months or days.
Right. Or further, let me ask you the same question in this situation. Can you tell me in this situation how much is the plan, cost related plan? Number. Tell me the number.
10 days.
Planned cost is how much? 10 days?
1,000 reals.
1,000 real.
1,000 real.
Yeah.
Planned cost is 400.
You are mixing it with some other thing. Okay. That is planned value, not the planned
Forecast
cost.
will increase because we are overspending. So forecast will
Can
increase.
you, okay, tell me the number for forecast.
Okay.
About the money?
It's 300.
1,500.
Yeah,
1,500,
1,500.
yes.
So budget was 1,000 for the whole project, but it looks like if we continue in the same way, it is going to cost us 1,500. Yes, your answer is right. So now I hope everyone is clear about what is the difference between plan and the forecast. Plan was
Forecast we
1000,
can say,
forecast is 1500.
forecaster we can say is a blind guess as per our actual
No,
speed of the.
if it is a blind guess is haram for the project manager.
Okay. Yeah, head of schedule, how much are that one forecast? Head of schedule.
No, here we are talking about cost. Cost related plan, cost related forecast. There will be time related plan, time related forecast. So these are
So
two
in
different
the-
things.
Yes, in the cost-based plan, there are two categories of the projects. One is lump sum base and the other is remeasurable project. So if it is lump
You are
sum,
mixing some other thing with this. Ignore
okay.
it. We will come to
Okay.
that in detail later on. It's contract types. That is a different story. Okay. Here the forecast is, now you understand, we on the basis of so far going good or bad, we project that if things go in the same way, how much this project will cost us in total. The project has a total budget of $80,000 and a CPI of 0.95. CPI, another very important concept, cost performance index. In other words, it is your spending efficiency is 0.95 here. 0.95 means 95%. So you are at this stage spending at 95% efficiency. So is it saving or overspending?
Overspending.
Overspending.
It is overspending. 100% means going as per plan. More than 100% means saving. Less than 100% means overspending. So it is 0.95. The project has spent $25,000 so far. How much more money do you plan to spend? It looks like this project will need how much more. So once again, you can answer it without calculator also, with calculator also. Try to answer it without calculator. Yes, please. How much?
84,210.
How much more? Logically, your answer is right. Exam wise is wrong.
4,210.
59,000. 59,000 more. 25,000 you have spent already. So this minus 25,000 is this one. So as I told you, logically your answer is right. Exam wise it's wrong. So right answer is A. So as I told you, you can answer this without using the calculator also. How? Total project is of 80,000. Already you have spent 25,000. Not at a very bad rate. Almost okay rate. That means how much more is required? It has to be less than 80,000. So sometimes in the exam, elimination technique is very useful. This cannot be an answer. This cannot be an answer. This cannot be an answer. This, whatever is left, that is an answer. That is called as elimination technique. Last question. Sometimes, now, as I told you in the exam, calculations are not coming, but concept wise, it's extremely important concept. Let's say you have a project of 9 activities, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I. Their durations are given, their predecessors are given. Predecessor means prerequisite. That this activity can be started only when this activity is finished. So on the basis of that, can you tell me how much is the total duration of the project? Quickly.
Is it 26 days?
Yes, 26 days is the right answer. Actually, we have a topic on detailed topic on that. That is called as critical path method. So in critical path method, we make all the network diagram. We find the paths. We find the longest path. So the longest path is called as critical path, and the duration of that is 26 days. So this is also one important topic. But as I told you in the exam, the questions are not coming on calculations these days. Some project management related cartoons before we go into some boring stuff. So this is very common, you can say, kahani ghar ghar ki. So whenever the project deadline comes too close, this is how a project is completed. So in the beginning, we start with perfection, more dedication, more devotion. But later on, as we move forward, we lose the track, and at the end, we say just finish the scope somehow, good or bad, and get rid of this project. That is very common. He's asking why you have only 40% of an umbrella. Is it because chances of rain is only 40%? So once again, funny way to look at it. That is the base concept of risk management. We will discuss in detail later on, but just enjoy the cartoon at the moment. Who are we? Clients. What do we want? We don't know. When do we want it? Now. So this is a very common problem with the clients. Another tough situation, person has already jumped from the plane. This is where your people domain comes in. A person has already jumped from the plane, and now there is an announcement. Okay, there is a small change. A red bag is your actually has the sandwiches, and green bag is your parachute. So too late to communicate. So change management and communication management, they look like very innocent topics in the project management, but they are extremely sensitive and critical, and they can lead to blunders. Now, up till this point, any question related to certification or exam? Because now the last 1 hour, remaining 1 hour, remaining time, I will spend only on the concepts of the course content, project management. But before that, I want to wind up the exam and certification and application. Any quick question on that, please? Okay, so let's go to the concepts, some theoretical concepts about project management. It will give you an idea about the course contents of the full course, right? Project management. What is project management? Project management is application of skills and methodologies that allow you to deliver the project on time, within budget, and to the specification. Time means schedule. Budget means the cost approved. Specification means the scope. So as a project manager, what is our target? What is our objective? That we deliver the project on time or closest possible to the time, within the cost or closest possible to the cost with minimum variance. And whatever was agreed, the scope has to be delivered with good acceptable quality. So this is the definition of project management. Projects have some characteristics. All the projects, they are always temporary. Temporary means they have defined start and defined end. They have some objectives to meet. There is a purpose behind. They are progressively elaborated. Progressive means step by step increasing. Elaboration means more details. So projects, they give you more details with time. Those details, that information has to be consumed in order to refine your plans. Why we do the projects? Number one, to grab some opportunity. Market, there's an opportunity. For example, FIFA World Cup, there was a huge opportunity in Qatar, and many companies, many organizations, businesses, they started new businesses just to get the benefit of that opportunity. Every year, Hajj season is a big opportunity. So to take benefit of that, many companies, they launch new products. Launching a new product is a project. And reason behind that is to grab some opportunity. Market demand, market needs something. We do the projects because of that. Market needs more doctors, more engineers. We make new universities. Making new university is a market demand. Capacity building, increasing the operational handling capacity. For example, Sabic and Aramco, what they are doing, they all the time, they keep on making more refineries, more equipment, more plants. What is the purpose? Capacity increase. Haram expansion projects in Makkah and Medina, what are they? Capacity building. Same operations, Hajj and Umrah operations. They just increase the operations capacity. Technology change. 3G to 4G, 4G to 5G, things move on. So when the technology advances, the old technology things, they become obsolete. You have to launch new products or you have to upgrade the existing products in order to comply with the new technology. Very good example, one of my favorite company and Alhamdulillah, my biggest client in Saudi Arabia, Nokia. They're classical example of that. If you remember, like in 2005, they were number one. They remained number one for many years. No one was even closer to that. But do you see when cell phone was converted into smartphone? Do you see Nokia on the top position now? No. What happened? They lost. They lost the advantage. Many new companies jumped in and they are in top 2, 3. So it happens when the technology changes, companies have to upgrade their products in order to survive. Otherwise, they will lose. So sometimes upgrading the products, when you are upgrading the products itself is called as a project. Or regulatory requirement, regulation. There are two terms, standard and regulation. Can anyone tell me the difference between these two? Very easy question. What is the difference between standard and regulation?
I believe standard is it's in your choice if you want to follow or not, but regulatory is a compulsory things that you have to follow actually.
One very easy example. If you see this bottle, right? It is 500 milliliter and it has a cap. And my another bottle in front of me, I'm using cap of another brand. Still it fits, right? So different brands, bottles, even of different volumes, 500 milliliter, 300 milliliter, 1.5 liter, you can interchange the caps because it has standard size. But I'm not saying 100% it will work. 95% of the bottles you can interchange the caps because they have a standard size. This is an example of standard best practices around you, locally or internationally. These are called as standards. Voluntarily, you can adopt. But if you do not adopt, if you do not follow, no problem. You are still allowed to do the business. No one will come and arrest you on this basis why you are not following the standard. But regulation, you like it or you do not like it, you have to follow it. Everyone in that region, in that country, in that business domain has to comply with the regulations. Otherwise, they will be in trouble. Very easy example. People from telecom, they know this thing. All the towers or all the high-rise buildings in any city with having the airport in that city, you will notice red lights, blinking lights on those towers or those buildings. Why? It is for the air traffic. This is a regulation. This is not decoration. So sometimes we have to do projects just to comply with the regulations. This is your course contents list. Maybe some of you are already familiar with this, but for others, maybe it is very important information. PMP exam will come from these 10 chapters. Another chapter I will teach separately, but it is in the books, it's included within these 10 chapters implicitly. That chapter is agile. And remember, 50% of the questions are coming from agile in the exam. I told you there are two splits. One split is people, process, and business. People 42% of the questions, processes 50% of the questions, business 8% of the questions. That is fixed from PMI in the exam. Same exam, that is a change from January 2021. 50% of the questions are coming from predictive style, which is also called as waterfall. And 50% are coming from adaptive, which is more famous as agile. So these percentages are not contradicting. They are applicable at the same time, because it is very easily possible that there is a question related to stakeholders coming under people category also, coming under predictive category also. Or there's a question from agile methodology and that is related to business also. So both percentages are applicable at the same time. Any quick question or confusion on that point, please?
So could you please explain this again, this process and business, predictive and adaptive?
That
And
that is
example of agile.
That is very lengthy topic itself, right? So in simple words and quick answer, waterfall when your scope is clear, agile when you start making a thing and on the way you clarify the scope. And it is more famous only in software development industry, agile man, right? But unfortunately, PMI has made it mandatory for all the backgrounds disciplines to learn that part. So for the exam, it is must for you to understand the agile. It's a lengthy topic. I will cover that in detail later on, inshallah, in the full course, inshallah. So coming back to that concept, these are the 10 chapters. And as I told you, agile is implicitly covered in that. Or if you want to call it as a separate topic, it is 11th chapter. So these are 11 things which will come in the training or in the exam. Scope
So
management.
once we join this training, we will come to know this about this 10 chapters individually, and we'll come to know this agile meaning also.
Exactly, inshallah, because you know this is almost 35 hours. So in these 35 hours, maybe we will spend 2 hours on this chapter, 3 hours on this chapter, 2 hours on this chapter. So just like that, we will have these 35 hours. So enough detail we are going to cover. Right now, I will just spend 1-2 minutes on each just to give you the basic idea about these chapters. But later on in the trainings, in the books, you will find these 11 topics only in detail, chapter by chapter.
Bakar sir, is this knowledge area based on PM books 7th edition or?
No. PM book 7th has a different structure, but this is a misconception that exam is on the basis of PM book 7. Exam is still on the basis of PM book 6. I will explain that inshallah on the first day of the course. It itself needs almost 15-20 minutes discussion about the background. Last change in the exam was in January 21. At that time, PMBOK 6 was there. PMBOK 7 was released in September 2021. After that, exam has not changed, right? So exam is still on PMBOK 6. I will guide you more on in the first lecture, inshallah, about that. Any other quick question, please? Okay, let me explain these 10 points one by one. Scope management. What is scope? Now, if I ask you a question here, sometimes people say scope. Sometimes people say requirements. Are they same or different? If they're different, what is the difference? Can anyone tell me?
Scope is
If you
built on the basis
document
of
the
requirement.
requirement, is called scope. First, you gather the requirement, document it, that is called scope.
You want to say they're same. Only difference is documented.
The scope is predefined.
And requirements?
Requirements, additional requirements.
Anyone else? Difference between requirement and scope?
Basically, first requirements are identified, then scope is prepared according to the project increments or project packets.
So all of you agree that requirements come first and then scope?
Yes, sir. Requirements come first, scope comes second.
Anyone to disagree?
Scope is
under scope only requirements will be there, huh?
yeah, scope, but the scope is something which is to be followed. Yani requirement may be followed, may not be followed, depending upon the situation. But scope is the one that has to be followed.
So this is just giving you an idea about the importance of the certification or the trainings. Maybe all of you know something about the terminology, but when it comes to reproducing that knowledge, you need good words. And when you do the trainings, when you read the books, when you do the certifications, you get enough knowledge that you can reproduce again and again in the meetings, in the interviews, in a nice way. This is how indirectly the certifications, they add value in your career or in your jobs. So coming back to that, if I use two words here, problem and solution, and I request you to map these. So what do you think? Scope is the problem or scope is the solution? Which one is the best word for that? Scope. Requirement is solution. Requirement is problem or requirement is solution?
Problem.
Scope is solution. Scope is solution.
Scope is solution.
So what needs to come first? Problem or solution?
Problem.
Problem.
Solution.
Solution first and then problem? Or problem first and then solution?
First problem, requirement first.
Right. So first we need to identify, understand, analyze the problem. Understanding the problem is requirements. You document the requirements, you understand the requirements, you collect the requirements, you discuss the requirements. After that, you analyze what we can do in order to address these requirements, what we can do in order to solve these problems. That is called as scope. For example, you go to some pharmacy and you request that person that I am having fever and headache. Can you please give me something? So what you are telling, you are explaining your requirements. You are discussing your problems with the contractor. And he says, okay, sir, take this Panadol and sleep for some time. He proposed you a solution, you accepted that solution, you paid for that and you came out. This is a scenario where the customer only shares the requirements with the contractor. And contractor is submitting the proposal and customer is either accepting or rejecting it. Sometimes the customer, he comes in the pharmacy and he says, give me Panadol. Now, where is the problem? Where are the requirements? Customer is directly giving the scope to the contractor. That means the customer already knows his problems. He already knows what is the solution of these problems. And he is just sharing the solution or the scope with the contractor. So sometimes contractor gives the requirements to the customer gives the requirements to the contractor. Sometimes the customer gives the scope to the contractor. Is this point clear to all of you? Any question or confusion, please?
Yeah, clear, well explained.
So if we go in little more detail, so first we collect the requirements, then we define the scope, then we create WBS. I'm just going to discuss selected terms. The knowledge area, the chapter name is scope management. Within that, we have 6 processes. Later on, we will discuss in detail, but right now, just selected terms. I explained word requirement, I explained word scope. WBS, work breakdown structure. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning or purpose of WBS?
Basically, you define the project into different increments or segments, and each one has been allocated budget and schedule. That is called work breakdown structure.
Anyone else?
This is like task and subtasks.
Right. Okay. What is the purpose of that? Why we do that?
To achieve the big milestone in one go, you break it into small pieces to reach to the big milestone.
We decompose the project scope into smaller scope elements, which are called as work packages, in order to simplify it. Purpose is to simplify. Otherwise, you may have projects, for example, maybe 80-90% of the people here in this session are from Saudi Arabia. One very big project. In last session also, there were some people from Riyadh Metro project also. So Riyadh Metro project, can you tell me the total budget of this project? Any idea? Any rough idea?
20 billion. Yes, 20 billion.
20 billion, I think it was starting. Then it was, I think, reduced to something like 17 billion. I'm not sure if it is again raised or not. So let's say 20 billion, $20 billion, $20 billion, 75 billion reals, huge project. How to make a plan of that? You need to simplify, you need to decompose 1 level, 2 level, 3 level, maybe 10 levels. So when you reach down to lower levels, you have small mini projects where you can easily plan these. So this is the purpose of WBS. Schedule management, time. To make it more easy for you, in scope management, we focus on what is to be produced, deliverables, and results. In schedule management, we focus on how it will be produced. So when we say how, we define activities, tasks. One very easy question from you. Can you tell me what is the difference between activities and tasks? Anyone?
Activities is you have to define what are all the activities you're going to do in this project. Task is something you will assign to the people.
Anyone else? Difference between activities and tasks?
Activity has a predecessor and successor, where the task is as an independent work.
Anyone here in this session who has used Primavera P6? No one. Anyone who has used Microsoft Project? No one.
Task is related to number of days.
If you are interested in PMP, I suggest do one of these. I'm not saying both are required, one of these. Whatever your company is using, learn that. In Primavera P6, word activities is used. They are same. Maybe you will be surprised, they are same. Activities and tasks are same. Only Primavera P6 uses term activities and PMP also uses term activities. You do not see word tasks here. In Microsoft project, you see word tasks or subtasks. So actually task and subtask are equivalent to WBS and activities. They are same. In one software application, word task is used. In other software, word activity is used. Both are same. So you define activities, you sequence activities. Sequence means relationships. Relationships are 4 types of relationships: finish to start, start to start, start to finish, and finish to finish. You estimate activity durations. You apply critical path method to find out the total duration of the project. Then you try to find out the cost by estimating how much resources are required, what is the unit rate of each resource. Resources are of, can you tell me how many types of resources are there? Anyone? Types of resources?
People, process, technology.
Process is not a resource, technology is not a resource, people is a resource, fine. Anyone else?
Sir, I think three types of resources.
Which 3?
Sir, one already told by someone, people. And second, sir, I think it's
material, manpower.
equipment or machinery or something we can take from the market.
Tools. Tools. Yeah.
So material, manpower.
Machine or equipment or tools, they come under the same. People means manpower. So people, or actually it is in Primavera, it is 3 M's. Sorry, in general terms, 3 M's, manpower, machine, and material. In Primavera, it is called as labor, non-labor, and material. So 3 types of resources. So every type of resource has a per unit rate. We just do some mathematical magic and it gives you the cost of the total project. Of course, it needs to detailed planning, and this comes under cost management. So we do the cost estimation, we do the budgeting. Budgeting includes the reserves also, risk reserves, plus budgeting includes cash flow. What is meant by cash flow? Can anyone tell me?
Cash flow is the expenditure of how we are spending in the project.
So let's say the total duration is 10 months and total project budget is 12 million. So we do not need equal amounts in every 1 month. So maybe somewhere we need more, somewhere we need less. So that distribution in the planning stage, so that we present it to the top management that we will need this 12 million in this sequence, so that they know how to arrange and when to arrange. So that is called as cash flow. Then we have a concept of quality management. Quality, we will discuss in detail later on that what is meant by quality. Right now, I assume all of you know what is quality. Only 2 terms I will focus here: QA and QC. QA means quality assurance. QC is full form is quality control. So do not tell me the full form, tell me the difference. What is the difference between QA and QC? Anyone, please.
QA is the managerial process and QC is the to find the defects, we can say. And QA, we can say preventive that.
You said QC is finding the defects and QA is to prevent. Okay, let me discuss in this way, or let me put it in this way. Let's say we are making a product, and if I have 3 stages: before making, during making, and after making. Can you tell me before making what will be in action, QA or QC? During making what will be in action, QA or QC? And after making what will be in action, QA or QC? Yes, please.
I think QA is before, okay?
In before, first stage, what will be in action?
The QA.
QA, okay. And during?
QC.
QC.
And after?
QC.
QA and
You see both.
You see both.
Anyone to have different opinion?
Last one will be only QA.
Last one you say only QA, okay.
Before also QC for making this RFIs and inspections.
Before making, can you find defects? Here, if you see, QC is finding defects. QA is preventing defects. So can you find defects before making something? Yes or no? This concept is right. QC is finding defects. QA is avoiding defects. That is fine. That is right. Now, can you find defects in something before making it? Yes or no?
Of course not.
No. So QC is not possible at this stage. Can you prevent defects after making it?
Yes. No, not preventing, but finding. Yes. Right.
So QA is not possible at this stage. During making, can you prevent or find?
Both, maybe.
Both.
Both.
Avoid only. When something is done, then you find the defects. Right? So before making, QA. During making, QA. After making, QC. Now one more example, easy example. Let's say you go to any shop, electronic shop, camera, mouse, keyboard, anything. You see on the box sticker, that sticker has many similar labels, QC stamped, QC passed, QC checked. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen any sticker on such box where it mentions QA checked, QA passed, QA stamped? No. Or have you ever seen any product on which it's written as QC failed?
No.
No. Does that mean whatever was produced by that company, it always passed QC? No. Then where are those failed items? Those failed items remain inside the factory. Either they are discarded or they are fixed to work again. Only QC passed items come in the market. This is the role of QC. So how to avoid it or avoiding the defects, that comes under QA category. Any question or confusion, please? So QC is a layer between. Now it's not necessary that different people are doing that. Maybe same people are doing QA also, QC also at different stages of the product. That's why QC is a layer between customer and contractor. Although they are employees of the contractor. But one very simple observation, if I ask you, do you like QC people or hate QC people? Honest answer.
Hate.
It's everywhere.
Making life harder, yeah. Giving us hard time.
This is the reason. This is the reason. Because they are checking it against you. They are your colleagues. They are employees of the same company. But they have to check it before giving to the customer. That's why you start hating it. But this is their duty. This is their job description. They know it. They sacrifice their personal relationships for the sake of quality only. So we must appreciate them. We must respect them. This is the difference between QA and QC. Resource management, 3 types of resources: manpower, machine, and material. 3 M's. Somewhere you see terms in PMP, resource, somewhere you see term team. Estimate resources, acquire resources, develop team, manage team. So whenever we use term resources, that means all three types of resources. Whenever we use term team, that means HR or manpower. So HR or manpower, they will have problems. They need to be developed. They need to be trained. They need to be motivated. They will have conflicts also. They will have fights also. They will have safety issues. They will have health issues. They will have emotional issues. Right? So these all come under resource management. Communication management. Communication management means information sharing. And who will share the information? Stakeholders. This is where people domain comes. Stakeholders. Who is a stakeholder? Can you tell anyone? Who is a stakeholder?
Customer.
Customer.
The people involved in the project.
People involved in the project. And what if, is it possible some people are not involved in the project, still they are stakeholder? Yes or no?
Yes, like
Management, yes.
vendors.
Possible. There are some people who are against the project also. They can also be stakeholders. So anyone who can positively or negatively impact the project or get impacted by the project, he is a stakeholder. Right? Directly or indirectly, he is a stakeholder. So stakeholders need to share information. Either they need to get information or they need to give information. So what information? Some people need financial related, some people need quality related, some people need safety related in different frequency, daily, weekly, quarterly, monthly, in different format. Some people say, they say just send me a WhatsApp message. Some people say submit me a written report, signed, stamped. So different information by different stakeholders, in different frequency format, all this comes under communication management, risk management. Very easy question from you. What is the difference between risk and issue? Very easy question. Yes, please.
Risk means you will forecast it. Okay. Issue means issue happen already.
Right. Risk is in future. Issue is in past or present. Already happened. So if you say we expect this thing may or may not happen in the later time remaining in the project, that is called as a risk. For example, if you say it may rain, maybe it will not rain. Prices may increase, maybe prices will not increase. So these are examples of risks. But if we say already it's raining, if we say prices have already increased, these are examples of issues. So what we do, we identify the risks. For example, as I told you, our next class is on 16th of Feb, inshallah. And the same presentation that I'm giving you today, it will be repeated on 16th of Feb, inshallah. As I told you already, more than 20 people have registered, so they are not here today. So I will repeat the same presentation. So just in case some of your friends, they've also, because many of you will contact your friends also, and maybe some will join you for the course. As I already told you, for individuals, if you pay in Pakistani account, 720 Riyal. If you pay in Saudi account, it's 900 Riyal. More than that, discount only for the groups. So maybe some of you may discuss with your friend and they will also join this, and I may give you more discount also. So do not worry that how they will cover today's topics. The same topics will be repeated again on 16th of Feb, inshallah. Okay, so is it possible that on 16th of Feb, there is a heavy rain? I'm in Lahore right now. There is a heavy rain in Lahore, and because of that, there is power failure. And because of that, internet disconnect, no internet available. I cannot conduct the class. Is it possible or impossible? What will be your answer?
Possible, of course.
Possible. Risk.
So if it is a possibility, it's a risk. Now, second question. If I ask you, how much are the chances of this risk? Once again, it's February, and in Lahore. So do you think very high chances or high chance, if I give you 5 options, very high chances, medium chances, low chances, or very low chances? What will be your fair answer?
Medium to high, maybe.
Low chances.
Low
In
chances,
February, low chances.
right? Because it's not rainy season these days, and not, even if it rains, it's light rain, not heavy rain. So low or very low chances. Once again, if we assume it will happen, 100% it will happen, how big will be the consequences, impact? Impact will be, we will have to cancel it, and maybe later on we will have to add 1 more day in March. That will be the impact. So is it a very high impact, or high impact, or medium impact, or low impact, or very low impact? What do you think?
Very high.
Very high impact.
Maybe for some of you, they say it doesn't matter, we will come for 1 more day. For some of you, maybe you'll say we have a travel plan, or maybe I have some other training. So let's say it's a high impact. So we say the chances are low, but impact is high. What we have done qualitative risk analysis. I mentioned this term before. It will come again in risk management. This is called as qualitative risk analysis, when you quickly classify or rank the risks. But quantitative risk analysis is mathematical analysis. This is going to look like this, that 30% chances in our, let's say, construction project, it's a 24 months project, and there will be a wastage of 15 days in this project, and in cost related numbers, maybe it will cost us $10,000. 30% chances we will lose $10,000 just because of a rain. So now you see we are talking in numbers. Numbers here means quantitative risk analysis. Any question or confusion, please? The PMP also result is given in qualitative form, not quantitative form. Then we plan risk responses. For example, in your offices, in your companies, you see firefighting equipment, fire extinguishers, emergency exit plans. What are these? These are risk responses. So this is what we do in risk management. Then we have procurement management. Procurement management is when we involve other companies in our project. We are customer, or we are middle company. We got some work from the customer, and some part of that we are going to some other company. So when we sublet something to other companies, that is called as procurement. So procurement is done because of many reasons. First of all, we need resources. Resources are of 3 types: manpower, machine, and material. We need to do procurement. We have 2 options. Either we can buy or we can rent. So let's start with material. Can we buy material from other companies? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we rent
Yes.
material from other companies? Yes or no?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll use as subcontractor for each.
Can we
manpower
buy machines from
machine.
other companies? Yes or no?
Yes.
Can we rent machines from other companies? Yes or no?
Yes.
Can we buy manpower from other companies? Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
Yes, suppliers.
Contract.
Yes.
Subcontract.
Can we rent manpower from other companies? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 So there is a disagreement on 2 options. Think again. Can we buy manpower? Yes or no? Can we rent material? Yes or no?
Yes.
We cannot buy.
Yes.
We
Yes.
can rent material, of course, but manpower is not.
Manpower we can rent.
Materials
subcontract, yes.
are consumed. Consumables.
Yeah.
So anything that is consumable, you cannot rent it.
Yes,
You can buy only.
we have to buy.
What about manpower? Can we buy manpower?
No.
No, it is not consumable. We can rent. We can have
Buying manpower means slavery system. Now it's in your possession. But
If
here
it is
you
in the
see,
budget, yes, we can.
sorry,
If it is in the budget, we can.
can you buy manpower? Can you
We
please
can
send
hire
send
manpower.
send me
Yes,
some
through
people
third
who are selling manpower separately in the WhatsApp message?
Buy in the sense hiring of manpower.
I want to buy some good wife for me. Huh? Just
No, it is
Hiring
not
all
like see, it is not like
Hiring
it is like
manpower.
as a third party rent to hire the people in order to not to get their
even
overhead.
if you hire, that does not mean you have bought it. You go to the office in the morning, you come back in the evening, right? So that is a rental agreement between you and your company. Slaves were not allowed to go back. They were in your possession forever, unless until you sell it or someone else comes and steal or snatch it from you. Right? So the point is,
But we can buy the robots.
Robots will come under machines category.
Manpower we cannot buy.
You cannot buy.
We
Right?
can rent.
Okay, so we have enough time in the full course to discuss on these things. So just short. So this is where we need resources. Why we need resources? To perform activities or tasks. Why we need to perform activities or tasks? To complete the work packages or the scope. One option is to arrange the resources, perform the activities, complete the scope. Second option is outsource it. Why we outsource?
See,
Because
here
of
I want to
time.
give one example, Mr. Abubakar.
Let me finish the topics. After that, you can give your, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So let's say we outsource the things just because of time issue. We do not have time, or we do not have expertise as a customer. We outsource, or it will be more expensive. Sometimes it is economical to outsource, right? So these are few reasons why we outsource. Then stakeholder management, anyone who can positively or negatively impact the project or get impacted by the project is a stakeholder. We need to identify, we need to manage them. All these comes under stakeholder management. Integration management means all these knowledge areas that we have discussed: scope, time, cost, quality, resource, communication, risk and procurement, and stakeholder. These are interrelated. Change in one area will impact others also. This is called as integration management. I mentioned these 5 names before also. Every project passes through these 5 stages: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling, and closing. When you make the plan, initially it's a draft plan. After you finish the plan, you present to the top management or the stakeholders or the customers or the sponsor. After so much fights, problems, tough time, revisions, they finally approve it. When they approve it, it is called as a baseline plan. When the plan is baselined and approved, you start working on that. Execution starts. When the execution starts, in parallel, monitoring and controlling also starts, so that we keep an eye that are we going as per plan or not. If we are going as per plan, wonderful. If we are not going as per plan, that means there is a difference, there is a variance. If there is a variance, small variance, we say maafi mushkil, Allah kareem inshallah. But if that variance is big enough, more than our acceptance, more than the tolerance limits, and that is called as threshold values. If the variance is more than the threshold value, we need to replan. Recovery planning or replanning is same thing. So we need to replan in 2 cases: either variance is too much or scope is added or changed. So we continue in this cycle, and when we complete the deliverables, we go to the closing stage. When we say plan, mostly people think the plan is just a list of activities. No, that is only time-related plan. We need to plan about communication, we need to plan about quality, we need to plan about cost, stakeholders. So plan has 18 components. All these we will discuss in detail later on. It has these 18 components. Now, it's not one-to-one mapping that every knowledge area is contributing one component, because we discussed 10 knowledge areas, but the components are 18. So some areas are contributing more than one also. So scope related requirements, schedule, cost, quality. So all these plans are collectively called as project management plan. Once again, this is going to be the course. So topics wise, I'm finished. I'm done for the day. Now, just after I tell you the timings, this is going to be the time in Pakistan time and Saudi time. Both I have mentioned. Thursday, we have 6 to 9 p.m. Pakistani 8 to 11. Friday, 4 p.m. to 8:30. Pakistan 6 to 10:30. Saturday, same 4 p.m. to 8:30. Some people, they said we are coming from offices and this and that. No problem. What you can do, you can join from the mobile phone. It may take 30 minutes, 40 minutes to reach home, and then you can shift to your laptops. So for 3 weeks, we will have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Once again, as I told you, the fee itself at 720 and 900 if you pay in Pakistani banks, if you pay in Saudi bank. If you have groups, we can further give you little more discount.
Is it possible to shift our time for Saturday as 6 p.m.?
Not possible. It will not be possible. Right? As I told you, what you can do, you can cover it through either from a mobile phone, and later on you can switch, and later on you can, next day I will share the recording also, so that some part you can cover from the recording also. But shifting the time will not be possible. 10-15 minutes, that is fine, but 2 hours, definitely not possible. So for the video recording of this session or presentation slides, please send me a message tomorrow. Do not expect today. Please, किसी साहब ने क्लास के दौरान ही लिख दिया कि रिकॉर्डिंग भेज दें, तो भाई अभी तो मैं कोर्स भी, अभी तो लेक्चर चल रहा है, ठीक है, तो अभी आज तो नहीं मिलेगी, कल आराम से करूंगा, या हो सकता है परसों तक भी चला जाए, ठीक है, संडे है, एक दिन मुझे भी छुट्टी का मिल जाना चाहिए. Okay, so that's it from my side. Any question or confusion from your side, please feel free to ask me. And thanks.
One question, Mr. Abu
Yes, please.
Bakar.
Yes, please.
Regarding the groups, how many members defining the minimum
3 or more
members? All right.
Okay, sir. Regarding the time for Saturday, can we just start by 4:30, because by 4 o'clock we are traveling from our offices and we are driving. Even we cannot switch it on.
See,
our
I
mobile.
cannot commit right now, right? As I told you already, 22 people already registered without having any concern on the timing. Now they are also stakeholders, right? So I cannot say for myself, I have no issues. But if I change to 4:30, some of them will complain. Why you change it to 4:30? It's against the baseline. You first told us 4, now you're changing it to 4:30. Remember, we will have Thursday class, we will have Friday class. So on Friday class, after having enough interaction, I can discuss with the full group on Friday, inshallah. If everyone is fine, we can start next day 30 minutes late, no problem. But right now, it is not possible for me to say, okay, fine, approved, right?
Thank you.
Quick question.
Yes,
how much time is there after paying the exam fee and appearing for the exam itself?
After approval, after approval, 1 year. Now, if you pay the fee after 3 months, you will have remaining 9 months.
Oh, okay. So from the date of approval, we have 365 days to pay the fee and appear for the exam.
Exactly. Yes, you're right.
Fine. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
After this training, we can we need to wait for 3 months to appear exam, or
not wait. If you feel confident enough, you can go next week, 1 week. Right?
Okay.
But as I told you, if you are a beginner, if you have not attended this training before, if you have not done the study before, then I feel keep in mind 2 to 3 months to be realistic. But some people in my past courses, very few, they pass the exam in 1 month also. Right? So I'm not saying it's not possible to pass in 1 month. I just gave you an idea on which more than 80% of the people they fit in. There are exceptions who pass in 1 month. There are exceptions who do not pass even in 10 years. Right? I hope it answers. Yes,
So-
any other question, please? Yes, please.
Course materials will be given during the time.
Yeah, inshallah. Yeah.
Or we need to buy a book or e-book. You'll share the e-book.
E-book I will give, you can print.
Okay.
Sir, what will be the maximum strength of the upcoming class?
On Zoom, there is a limitation of 300. I wish 300 people register for this course. Maximum in last 1 year,
Possible to handle
70. In maximum, it went to 70 last year.
Okay, but as I think too many students, it will be very difficult to handle to answer their queries.
I already told you right now it's 22. I expect it goes to 30, 35, 40 maybe inshallah. But I
Inshallah.
cannot say anything.
Inshallah.
But even if they're 70, no one ever complained, I asked a question and you did not answer. I tell you, even if there are 30 people or there are 200 people, people who ask questions, there are always 4 to 5.
Right,
Simple.
sir.
So from those 4 or 5 people, others also get enough answers, enough knowledge. Okay. Anyone else, please?
Do we have any sample test after for training session?
Yeah.
For
Anyone wants to leave? No problem. Have a nice time. Have a nice weekend, inshallah. And
Sir,
anyone wants to stay, ask question, English, Urdu, Punjabi. I know 3 languages. You can ask me in any language.
Okay, sir, one last question from my side. Like
Yes,
a
please.
PMP, I have seen you mentioned the RMP. So how many month the training, or if I am the beginner after the PMP, if I want to pass also the RMP?
RMP is easier than PMP. So very common practice by people who pass PMP, within 1 month, they give RMP and pass that also, inshallah.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Any other question from anyone, please?
सर अबू बकर माशाल्लाह अच्छा ब्रीफ किया आपने और
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
जो मैंने फील किया है कि प्राइमा वीरा पे थोड़ी ग्रिप होनी चाहिए
लाजमी होनी
तो
चाहिए, बिल्कुल होनी चाहिए। लोग
उसके
समझते
जो
नहीं है उसकी
टर्म्स
इम्पोर्टेंस को,
जी
लेकिन एग्जाम के लिए जरूरी नहीं है। वैसे आपके लिए बहुत जरूरी है। एग्जाम के लिए एक क्वेश्चन भी जो है ना प्राइमा वेरा का नहीं आएगा।
सर उसमें जो टर्म यूज होती हैं अर्न वैल्यू, कॉस्ट, रिसोर्सेज,
तो वो
एक्टिविटीज
पीएमपी की वैल्यू टर्म्स है ना,
जी जी
वो तो सब कवर होंगी। थ्योरेटिकली तो पीएमपी के कोर्स में ही कवर हो जाएंगी। मैं प्रैक्टिकली बात कर रहा हूँ कि आपको लाजमी एक एप्लीकेशन आनी जरूरी है, या माइक्रोसॉफ्ट प्रोजेक्ट या प्राइमावेरा, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन आपकी कंपनी क्या यूज कर रही है या आप जिस इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रहे हैं। आमतौर पे कंस्ट्रक्शन इंडस्ट्री जो होती है वो यूज करती है प्राइमावेरा, जो टेलीकॉम और बैंकिंग और सॉफ्टवेयर वाले हैं वो यूज करते हैं माइक्रोसॉफ्ट प्रोजेक्ट।
सर इवन ऑन बेसिक लेवल भी आई थिंक चलेगा। आपको एक्टिविटीज असाइन उसमें करनी आनी चाहिए, रिसोर्सेज का पता होना
देखिए
चाहिए। जिस तरह आपने बोला
मैं
लेबर
असल में कहता कम हूँ, सिखाता ज्यादा हूँ,
जी
ठीक है।
जी
तो मैं प्राइमावेरा जिसको बेसिक कहता हूँ ना, उसमें मोर देन मीडियम टू एक्सपर्ट लेवल होता है। अभी लाइव कोर्स मेरा चूंकि रिसेंटली हुआ है, 10 लोग अगर होंगे तो मैं लाइव करा दूंगा, नहीं तो इंडिविजुअली आप मेरा रिकॉर्डेड कोर्स देख सकते हैं, उसमें इक्वल लर्निंग आपको मिल जाएगी इंशाल्लाह।
थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर एड दिया।
Bakar sir,
जी जी
Safla hai. I got a copy of PM Book 7 and I have started reading of it. And मैंने
लीव
उसको जो है छोड़ दूं क्योंकि वो बड़ी टफ भी है। अभी मैं उसके जो 12 प्रिंसिपल्स
यही
ऑफ
होता है ना,
पढ़ रहा हूँ उसमें मैं
आप
फंस
खुद
ये
से
पढ़
जब
लिया।
करेंगे ना तो भाई यही होगा, टाइम भी जाया होगा, इंटरेस्ट भी जाया होगा, एनर्जी भी जाया होगी, ठीक है। बाकी आपकी मर्जी है।
मैं स्टडी इसलिए किया था कि मैं कुछ कोर्स से पहले कुछ अवेयरनेस आ जाए ताकि
नहीं,
कोर्स के टर्म्स आना
मैं अगर बिल्कुल सिंसियर मशवरा दूं ना, तो वो लोग ज्यादा नुकसान में रहते हैं जो पहले से पढ़ के आते हैं। ठीक है,
sir, from where we
जीरो
can
से
find-
आना कोर्स में ज्यादा बेटर है एज कंपेयर टू उल्टा सीधा पढ़ के और उसके बाद क्लास में कंफ्यूज होते रहना। सर तो ये तो मेरे तो आधे पढ़े नॉलेज में फिट ही नहीं हो रहा ये।
सही
ठीक
कह
है,
रहे हैं आप।
इसीलिए उसको आप डिलीट कर दें ज़हन से जो भी आपने पढ़ लिया, जो इंडस्ट्री नॉलेज के लिए ज़रूरी है और एग्जाम नॉलेज के लिए ज़रूरी है, वो मैं रिस्पॉन्सिबल हूँ, मैं पढ़ाऊंगा इंशाल्लाह।
थैंक यू अबू बकर साहब, थैंक यू। ये
वेलकम।
कंफ्यूजन थी मेरे ज़हन में, मैं क्या आपसे क्लेरिफाई कर लूं, मैं बहुत कंफ्यूज था इस मामले में।
Sir, I have a question.
Yes,
From
please.
where we can find your recorded courses? Is there any portal or we can request you to send us?
रिकॉर्डेड जो मेरे ये फ्री सेशंस है वो मेरे यूट्यूब लेक्चर ऑन माय यूट्यूब चैनल दे आर अवेलेबल, but my recorded full courses are available on some other sites which are not publicly available. You can register either in my live course or in my recorded course. For example, I am doing PMP right now. But if someone says I want to attend your RMP course, I do not have any live course in coming few months. So I will tell him, okay, send me the payment, I will send you the links. You can attend the recorded lectures. Same is for Primavera, same is for RMP, ACP, and Microsoft project. Same is
that
for
payment
PMP
same?
also. Payment same. Same
Okay,
payment.
okay. Right.
There is no
Thank you,
discount
sir.
on the payment because people who are attending in the course, they do not bother me at all. People who are attending later on, they bother me more.
Yeah.
So do not expect any discount in the recorded lectures.
No, just asking
Yeah,
for
same,
knowledge.
same. So you will just send me the payment. I will send you the links.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right? You're welcome.
Sir, Assalamu
Even
alaikum.
same PMP, welcome salam. Same PMP also, some people say this, for example, some people are from Canada, USA, so they said this timing does not suit us. So I say, okay, no problem. Attend my recorded course. So even for PMP also recording is available, same fees level in China. Yes, please. Sorry, you were asking something.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
Are there going to be any mock test or something?
Not in my session. I will not conduct any mock tests. I will share the questions with you. Whenever you go to that stage, when you have done the study, do your evaluation yourself and find out if you are ready enough.
Okay.
Sir, one last question from my side. Like that, doctors in Saudi Arabia, they collect their CPD hours by attending free courses or seminars, lectures, online lectures. Is there any such thing for PMP who want to get these CPDs or
If
PDUs
anyone
for?
is giving you certificate for free, take it. Yes, but search it yourself.
Okay. Okay. You don't know any website.
Even if
or...
I know, I will not tell you. I
okay.
will see. I'm just telling you simple, straightforward, honest answer.
Yeah.
If someone is giving you a certificate, fine.
Okay.
But if you say to
Okay.
me, that tell me which are those people who are giving for free, I will say no. I don't know.
No, I'm not asking about people's
Yeah.
individual people's. I'm asking about the portals, websites, like
Yeah.
you
Search it. If they are issuing you certificate, that is enough.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot.
My pleasure. Welcome.
One thing, finally, bank detail you will share to the WhatsApp number, right? If I ask, right?
Yeah.
This is one thing. Another thing, after the course is completed, you will give us certificate, right?
Yeah.
PDUs,
PDUs, sir.
35 PDUs. Okay.
Inshallah.
After that, when we registered PMI, we have to upload our information. For that, you will guide us how to put our experience on these things,
That
right?
guidance, yeah, that guidance I will share within the course duration itself. You will just type in that information. If it comes in the audit, you will upload the certificate, including my training certificate, plus the three more things, your educational certificate, job experience letters, and the signatures. Sometimes they contact those people, sometimes they skip that part. That
This
is
is
the
while
process.
registering in PMI website.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Till what time, till what date we need to register for this course?
You can register up till last date.
Okay.
No problem. If any other question, yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sir, I have a very small question. As you said that we need to have a prerequisite or some understanding about Primavera or
No.
Microsoft project.
I did not
So
say you need
it's
to
better,
have.
like you said, it's better to have it, right?
Not
As we
for the
are,
exam, for your career, it's better to have.
okay, so as if like suppose like for me only, so I have never used it, although I know it. I have never used it. I know there are software. So like, do you suggest like as we are taking your course, so we start side by side learning about those softwares, or like we can skip it once we get the PMP and then go
No,
for
after that, after completing the training, you will have enough knowledge to start working on that.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So knowledge wise, within that training itself, if you listen to me carefully with concentration, knowledge, you will get it.
Yes.
Inshallah.
So,
From the training finish up till passing the exam, you will just revise and reproduce and evaluate that same knowledge again and again.
Inshallah.
So the benefit of that knowledge, you can start taking even from day one. Many times in my courses, I have seen people this first day, even after the first day of my training, they say, oh, we wish we could attend this training 1 month earlier, because I missed a great job opportunity because of that. What you explained to us today, I wish I knew it 1 month ago.
Yes.
So the training itself is going to give you good concepts, which you can start
Inshallah, we
using in
can
your
use.
offices, your meeting, your career, your interviews. Yes, certification, of course, has added value.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Sir, I joined maybe a little late in the 6 p.m. So I just want to know why PMP, means how it will help in the career, because I'm
I
from
suggest
design
send me a
background.
message, send me a message.
Fair enough. Okay, sir.
Right? And I will share the recording.
Okay, sir.
Watch it. Then you can ask me questions.
Okay, sir.
Iqbal, you are asking this, Iqbal, that when is the next session? You sent a message on chat. Iqbal Ahmed, are you there? So next session, as I told you, right now, my next session is not expected very soon. Maybe it will be in May or June. Right? So I'm not sure about that. So generally I do 1 in 3 months, 1 session in 3 months. Right? Okay. If there is any other question from anyone, fine. Otherwise, I will finish the session. Okay, thank you all of you. Hopefully, inshallah, see you in the next class, inshallah. Wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. Walaikum salam.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Huh.